Right now, that's good.
You got feedback. For the first time in 2022.
Ever.
No, not ever in 2022.
Ever in 2022.
Yeah, well, ever in 2022. The Macho Wrestling Show returns. And we are also, if I set things up right, going to be available by podcast. The Macho Wrestling Show going live on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. This week, we will be looking at King of the Ring 1996. But first, before we get that far, we've got some news we've got to address. And it's amazing some of the things that have taken place since we were last on the air.
It's been over a month.
It's been a year.
No, it's not been a year. That's 365 days. It was just last year.
It was, what, 5 weeks?
At least 5 weeks.
That was a week before Christmas. So that would have been
all through the house.
December 18th.
Well, I think that was right after Thanksgiving. Did we do a show after Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah,
okay.
we did. I think we did one. It's been at least 5 or 6 weeks.
We've been stopped via weather, via holidays, and via sickness.
Yeah.
God can toss all sorts of things at us, but he will not stop the Macho Wrestling Show. We will be back at some point. Promise. Always promise.
I would say I'm better than ever, but we've never really ever been good. So
Yeah, we're not there.
No, we're getting there.
So
The cream always rises to the top.
that's right. This is the Macho Wrestling Show where the cream always rises to the top on wrestling conversation. Anyway, so we got to talk about that. The fact that Jeff Hardy was released from WWE
again.
That was 3 weeks ago now. It's been a minute. And so Jeff Hardy's on the outs. Will he be going to AEW? Will the Hardy Boys be coming back?
I saw a thing online that said that Matt and Jeff are tagging together again for the first time in so many years. So I don't know if it's in AEW. If
Matt's with AEW, isn't he?
But they're also able to do independent stuff. So this is an independent thing. I think it's out of North Carolina, maybe West Virginia, something like that. But
weren't they from North Carolina?
Yeah. But it's not for AEW yet. But once the 90-day no-compete clause
is up, then,
then possibly.
What about Bray Wyatt? Is he still going to?
He's making a movie.
Yeah.
But is he still going to AEW or nobody knows?
Nobody knows because he made enough money.
Well,
but still, he's like, I don't have to do crap.
They're paying him $1 million to sit home this year, too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not like he's in a rush to go anywhere.
And that's why we haven't seen him yet.
Do you think they're going to do him like they do the Undertaker since he's the Fiend, and they're just going to bring him back from time to time when they need someone to get a big pop?
I doubt it because from what's gone through the grapevine is that he was horrible to work with since he became the Fiend. I just think it's shitty creative.
Well, I think
they could come up with anything for him.
Jim Cornette, who I really like. Jim Cornette
has no filter.
No, he doesn't. And if you ever get a chance, listen to the Jim Cornette Experience. Yeah. Fantastic podcast. Can't recommend it enough. But Cornette has said a number of times that until Nick Khan is gone, WWE is dead.
Yeah.
And that Nick Khan and all the Ivy League theater graduates who are not wrestling fans, who are just, soap opera writers who are stepping up to make a wrestling show,
to write this
right
stuff.
Until they're gone, WWE is not going to be worth a shit, and I think that's the issue.
If they're going to get soap opera writers, they need to get some Mexican soap opera writers.
Or Days of Our Lives.
Yeah,
I mean, talking about people, actually writers that were any good. Another one they let go was William Regal.
But Regal wasn't a good writer. Regal was a good, talent coach.
Yes,
that's what he did. And they let him go. They also let Road Dogg go.
And Brian, what did you say to me coming over here? That Billy Gunn has applied for
that's on the board. Yeah. Billy Gunn has officially submitted paperwork to the United States Patent Office to patent New Age Outlaws and
shirts.
Logo and a trademark it as well. And where they're heading.
Yeah.
there's no doubt in my mind once the 90 days is up where Road Dogg's going to be at. Oh, you didn't know?
Oh, we got a question.
What's our question?
Regarding this year's Royal Rumble, what do you think? Will Rollins winning either Lesnar or Roman to have lose every Royal Rumble elimination chamber simply won't work? And also high.
Oh, hi. Let's see. Regarding this year's Royal Rumble, either Lesnar or Reigns has to lose, else the Rumble elimination chamber simply won't work. You're right.
I heard a thing. I don't know how much truth is it. WWE will change everything within 10 minutes of the show. But I heard they planned on putting the belt on Rollins for a little bit and then have Reigns win it back to have a unification match at WrestleMania between Lesnar and Roman Reigns.
Look, Reigns ruined everything by getting COVID.
Yeah.
I mean, everything was set up.
He just ruins everything.
And then he does. Reigns gets COVID at day one, right? That was the pay-per-view. Yeah, but that was the pay-per-view he missed.
He ruined COVID.
To where Lesnar was supposed to come in, beat him, and then it would be Roman Reigns building his way back up because everybody loves the story, building your way back up to the top to come after the beast. I don't know how they're going to do the Royal Rumble situation there. I have no clue what the game plan is because this is just some messed up creative. I kind of think Rollins will win as he was supposed to win for day one because the rumors are they aren't wanting a title versus title match for WrestleMania. And as I say, they're all rumors. I mean, here's the thing. Right now, you've got all these guys. Look at Roman Reigns, okay? Roman Reigns, Lesnar, that was set for day one. They had the plan that Reigns was going to lose to Lesnar there. Reigns gets COVID. They have to scrap it. Then it's Lesnar versus Big E.
Rollins, Lesnar versus Big E, Kevin Owens, Rollins, Bobby Lashley.
Okay, still, my point. Okay, but who wound up winning that? Yeah. All right. Until they get some stability back, because Omicron is really a thing and it's out there affecting even wrestling. Who knows what's going to be happening between here and there? Because I mean, it could affect anybody. Freaking Brock Lesnar could be down with Omicron next month.
He has diverticulitis. It took him out for what, 2 months?
So I mean, who really knows what's going to come about of it? I mean, they could strip someone of the belt and start over for all that. I mean, there's no telling. And WWE's creative is so
stupid.
I wanted to say out of control is the phrase I wanted to use.
Touch. Retarded.
Because
it's
sucks.
Here's
tell me how you really.
It's hard to tell.
I'll keep going.
It's hard to tell what the WWE is going to do. Like they 1 minute. I'll use Finn Balor as an excuse.
Right.
1 minute, Finn Balor. Oh, he's in the title running, and now he's being squashed by Austin Theory.
Right.
Yes, Austin Theory needs somebody up there to help him get up. Try to help him get better and such. But it's like it seems to me like Vince just has people go out of favor. Like, oh yeah, I like you, Finn. You're really good. And the next week is like, you ain't doing anything for me right now. You're just
that's
gonna
the thing though. Triple H was always high on Finn, and Vinnie Mac was like, too small.
Is Triple H coming back? Is he going to be back
Probably not.
You don't think so?
Because that cardiac episode was more serious than they let on.
I'm not talking about in a wrestling capacity. I'm talking about you don't think he'll be back in a management capacity?
That's hard to tell.
So you think he's in that bad of shape?
I don't think he's in that bad of shape. I think they're blown out of proportion, as they always do. But
I spoke to a man this week who barbecued with Triple H and Stephanie. He says they're fantastic people. You know him as well. He lives on
Drury Lane.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. And anyways, so y'all don't know him, but we know, me and Corey know him. And I won't spill the beans about who he is, but anyway,
we keep our sources anonymous.
Yeah, he was
anonymous.
Well, I wasn't told that I could talk about this. Okay. Is what it is. So I'm not going to say who it was.
That you couldn't either.
Right. So I'm going to tell the story that he told, but not who it was.
Source.
Right.
Eventually, if Corey will let you, right?
No, I'm not worried about Corey letting me.
Like I could stop.
Yeah. But we were told that Triple H is or Paul is having issues with his father-in-law.
Yeah. Well, look at NXT 2.0.
Right. And that, as soon as he had a coronary event, Nick Khan, who's the president of WWE, said, "Hey, let's just push him aside and start doing our own thing." And I've got no clue what's going to happen over there right now, because it's just so what do you need? Oh, because it's just so so out of I think that nobody over there has got control of what's going on.
Nobody knows what the hell they're doing.
And they come in, even the talent, if you speak to any of them, they come in and they don't know what they're doing. They're not, and that's the thing is the WWE guys to right now, I feel like they don't have any passion, because I feel like they're coming in, they're making their $200,000 a year.
They're just cashing checks.
Yeah.
That's it.
And that's all they're enjoying. So anyways, Cody Rhodes swap over to AEW. Now that's interesting. Have you read up on this?
Yes.
Is he still an EVP? Is he going to do the Royal Rumble? What the hell's he going to do?
He's not coming back to WWE. He's already made that almost abundantly clear.
Well, he's got no contract with AEW right now.
Not the one he wants.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
Is he worth the one he wants?
No.
That's the answer.
From an office standpoint, yes. As a wrestler,
no.
You think that he would be better as executive vice president than someone like, I don't know, Jim Ross? Just tossing a name.
No.
William Regal.
No.
Who's now a free agent, mind you. You know, so I think that there's a good chance that Cody Rhodes will be officially teaching at the Rhodes Wrestling Academy very soon, and that's what he'll be doing from now on. So we've lost John for a moment.
As of right now, he, being a free agent, he is a current champion over there in AEW.
It's true, and that's the place you never want to find yourself if you go back to the Attitude Era. Think about, Medusa. Think about freaking, Bret Hart.
CM Punk.
Yeah. You never want your champion to be a free agent. That's never a place you want them to be.
He's not the world champion, though.
He is a champion, though. I mean, you delegitimize your belt if they take off with it.
Yeah. But it's weird because he is the TNT champion or TBS, one of the two. TNT. He's a TNT champion. Also, Sammy Guevara is the interim TNT champion.
What does that even mean?
Cody was out for something, so they did a match to have.
And this is why I don't watch AEW. That's
so
the
now
stupidest concept I've ever heard.
So now they're going to do a title versus title unification match, ladder match at next week, I think. So
it'll be.
You have to be at your mic.
Yeah, John's returning. I mean, but that's the stupidest concept I've ever heard of. Oh, John just punched the mic for some reason.
Yeah, you turned it up too soon.
I did. My bad.
It talked about my mother, and I had to punch it.
Oh, okay. Said she's a lovely lady.
How dare you speak the truth to my mother?
Damn you, vile woman.
So I don't know why they did the interim TNT title.
Well, but probably because they don't have a. I mean, the current TNT champion is, not under contract.
Well, you don't want. Personally, and I feel that if you're not going to be like signed into that company, you shouldn't even be allowed anywhere near the title shots. You don't deserve it because you're not with the company.
It goes back to what John said, that he's wanting a better contract. But do something if you want a better contract.
Yeah.
Stand out.
Show us that you're worth it.
Quit trying to be some discount superhero. Grow up. Be a damn man about it and prove that you're worth your weight and what the money you want.
People boo him anyways. Embrace that. Be a heel. Go out there and do heel things.
And why in the world is he dragging his feet on that? Why does he want to still be a face? He's never been a face. He's never going to be a face. You're a heel. Get over it. I don't know who in the hell can get a hold of that man's ear to tell him.
One person.
Who?
Brandy.
And she's the one keeping him from doing it. I mean,
look, the only Rhodes that was ever a face was the American Dream.
Yeah, and that he's
the rest of them no, and that's fine.
Goldust,
they grew up hating their father.
Yeah,
I mean,
you go back to that thing from Raw where Dustin actually threw one of his jumpsuits in a trash can and lit it on fire.
Yeah, I mean, they grew up hating their father. They didn't live with him. They didn't have any use for him.
They barely saw him.
Right. They grew up hating him, and now they're trying to make a mockery that let's make as much money as we can off of his
name.
Yeah, and that's where they're at. reinvent yourself. If you want to be a Rhodes, reinvent yourself and come back, go back to the drawing board, try again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at this point, Cody Rhodes has an opportunity. He can be the next Ric Flair. He's got the hair. He's got the body. He can do it, but he's got to embrace being the fucking heel here. He's got to quit deciding, oh, I've got to be loved by everybody.
No.
And when they throw the belt back at him, like they did, y'all were there when that happened, right?
No,
that was the one before y'all went, right?
The one that we were at, he threw the belt out, and the fans were chanting, "Throw it back, throw it back." But
right.
I was close enough to see the guy who called it, and a security guard come back behind him and be like, "Hey, no, don't throw it back."
And that's
And that's the thing. Why not? Why not? I mean, I know they're wanting to make him okay, it's not they, because I don't think Tony Khan's got control of his beast yet. Okay, he's letting
the inmates run the asylum.
Yes, same issue that happened in where?
WCW.
What was that company? Yeah, WCW.
Wait, no, let me say it right.
WCW. Yeah.
Where wrestling happens.
So, anyways, this week we are going to be looking. Is there anything else I missed that we need to talk about? We got Regal. Okay, we're good. Nothing else I've seen. There was someone who died, and I can't remember who it was. It was last week. It was oh, good Lord.
What, wrestler?
Yeah, it was a wrestler that died, and I was going to mention it, but you know what? I forgot, and I didn't write it down, so we'll get back to it.
Yeah, we'll see
that. I don't remember. Was he a big time, or was he like old?
He was an older wrestler. So anyways, this week, we are going to be reviewing what I believe the moment was when the Attitude Era began.
97 or was it 96?
Oh, wait, I've got the wrong one. I have the wrong. There it is.
No,
that's it. 96.
Yeah, that's it.
So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get it kicked off and let you listen along with us a bit.
The World Wrestling Federation.
That in itself takes me back right
there. It does. I mean, you got to think. This right here is the end of 80s wrestling and the beginning of 90s wrestling.
Created by a destiny, fulfilling a destiny, bonded by the belief that at the king of the ring.
That's a hell of a drug.
I mean, you got what? King and JR and not JR. King and the Warrior are going to fight here.
I'm pulling for the King.
He got bad news for you.
I didn't watch this, so this is all new to me.
The King of the Ring, where it all gets started, the Attitude Era here.
I'm pulling for Vader.
As I say, when you're watching this, you're watching 80s wrestling. Look at the fans as you're watching this. Okay? Those fans are all old people. And the second that Austin does what he does, you can see the offense, the clutching of the pearls.
Oh, my head.
Yeah.
Return match with the Smoking Guns. Sonny, you have drove your ducks.
The Smoking Guns versus the Godwins.
To beat you again.
Or is that Southern Justice? Godwins, yeah.
Godwins for the WWF Tag Team Championship.
Gold Dust. Being mouth to mouth to Ahmed Johnson.
That sounds like Gold Dust.
Ahmed Johnson battles Gold.
I never understood why he didn't get briefs. Actually, nobody wanted to see his ass.
True.
It was horrible. Like 50% of these guys are dead.
Yes. So I think Mr. Perfect is going to be the referee and Shawn versus Bulldog for the championship.
Tonight, it's the greatest card ever in the history of the WWF King of the Ring.
And this is why, at this point, right here, WWF is losing in the ratings war with WCW.
Because the King of the Ring?
Yep. There it is. Oh, Vinnie Mac bringing us in.
Yeah. God rest his soul.
There he is. Oh, Slammy Award winner, Owen Hart.
They're doing that thing for AEW, the Owen.
Yeah.
I mean, more power to them. They're not trying to cash in on his name. They just, well, I mean, they probably are.
Right.
Look how young
Oh my
and
God,
pretty Jim Ross is.
Free hat JR.
Shit, that
Owen
was
Hart.
Pre-stroke, JR.
Pre-Bell palsy. It wasn't a stroke.
He could talk out both sides of his mouth.
Aw, dude.
So Owen Hart is going to be on commentary with Vince and with Jim Ross. And here you go.
I
It's
like
Psycho Sid, right? Is that Howard Finkel?
Yeah,
That's Austin's music.
that was before
That's
he.
Steve Austin.
Wow.
Oh. No
So-
leg braces.
Yeah, I mean, that's 96. This is Austin beat that's Bob Holly. I turned it down so that we could talk over it, but
Bob Holly with hair?
yeah,
Bob
Bob Holly.
Holly
This was
there.
when he was Hot Rod Bob
That was
Holly. Spark Plug, that's right. Bob Holly. And is that
Savio Vega.
wow.
This is
Look at Mike Chioda.
He was still a baby. Tim White.
Yep.
Was that pre,
What?
6 out of 7 suicide attempts?
I don't know.
Whatever it was?
Oh, wow.
Did he ever succeed?
No. I mean, he's still running that bar in Massachusetts or wherever.
So
The one the Acolytes kept.
yeah.
breaking.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be Mark Marrow.
I don't think he's worried about the combination. I think he likes Sable's combination.
Better watch out, Brock. You get him.
Well,
It's amazing that Brock Lesnar's married to her now.
with
It just
what,
seems
2
weird.
She is so rough looking now
Yeah.
too. On her knees.
Amoral support.
You know, whatever happened to him? I mean, Mark Marrow, he should have been something bigger than he was.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't
And-
terrible.
No, but he just,
He's still living?
yeah.
Yeah, he's still alive. He's just I
like
mean-
a speaking tour, I think.
he's doing a what?
Speaking tour
Okay.
or something.
Look at that. He beat Owen Hart.
Yeah.
Listen to Owen.
I met him when he was in WCW.
Really?
Really nice guy, but
And I slipped. I went to shake his hand and be a good sport.
Owen Hart's always been a fantastic heel.
he could have done it.
Yeah.
I mean, that was.
I mean, yeah. There's somebody who's embraced it
Yeah.
and made it his own.
Hey, Cody Rhodes, if you're watching or listening,
You could be the next Owen Hart.
embrace that shit.
Just stay out of the rafters.
Yeah.
It's a long ride back to the
Sting
bottom.
doesn't even do that anymore.
Correct.
Speaking of that, Sting jumping off the stage Wednesday.
I didn't say. I don't watch. As I say, I watch MLW now. It's my.
61, 62 years old. How old Sting is? He jumped off a damn stage.
I mean,
Through a
that's
table.
that's a decent. I looked the other day. Did you know Austin's almost 60 years old? So
Austin looks the
mind-boggling.
same still.
Yeah, I mean, right here he is. He's probably 30 years old. He's in the ring with Mark Marrow. I mean, and watch the difference in the style from what he is.
That ground and
Yeah,
pound.
in 2 years, he's going to be a hard hitting, fist flinging,
Son of a bitch.
SOB. Yes.
slobber knocker.
And right here, he's doing a lot of really technical wrestling moves.
What is it called? Chain wrestling?
I believe
Is that
so. I
right?
believe that's the phrase. See, look, I mean, you don't see Austin do
No.
that.
Uh-uh.
When he's got him in an arm bar there.
Hammerlock.
Hammerlock, that's right. I thought Hammerlock is chicken wings overhead, right?
Hammerlock behind chicken. Yeah,
Yeah,
chicken wings.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I mean, the whole point here, look at this crowd, though. Look at the age of that crowd. There's not a sign one there. It's
There's
all
not
old
even
people.
really any life. I mean, they're all
Right.
sitting down. When Brian and I, granted, it was last month, but hell, when we were at AEW, there was barely ever a time that we sat down.
And that's
Commercial breaks and like crap matches.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
stand up.
This is Steve Austin. Freaking Stone Cold Steve Austin right here. No one on their feet right
No.
now.
They didn't get a ovation.
There's no pops.
But then again,
None. I mean,
music was different,
you're going to
too.
see, the music was majorly different, but you're going to see a pop for one person out here, and it's the one person who's the hardest to work with. So, it's Ultimate Warrior. Corey says it's me.
Well, but then again, I mean, look at Warrior. How many? He did what? came back from Mania, which was say the end of March. He was gone by like September.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and this is it. He's there. He's gone after this.
Oh,
yeah. He pisses McMahon off this night.
Was this the whole thing about his dad dying?
I don't know. Jake the Snake's in the back because Jake the Snake and him were about to be tag partners. This is the one where Jake the Snake gets mad at you if you watch Dark Side of the Ring, and he just refuses to do business with Jake. So it's amazing. I mean, like I watched this in '96. I remember watching it.
Yeah.
And what were you saying?
I remember we used to watch a lot of pay-per-views in John's dad's
right.
Yeah, in the classroom before.
We weren't there in '96 yet.
No. That's why I realized, wait, it was '96.
Yeah. But I remember watching this in '96, and it may have been when it made it to home video that we watched
going to, what was it, movies at the time?
Yes.
You look how these people aren't even.
They're just there.
They're just setting.
It's
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
yeah. If you're gonna talk, you gotta tell people in the microphone, Brian.
This is what they're doing.
But no, I mean, seriously though. I mean, it's the deadest crowd I've seen, except for in modern WWE.
Hell, even the bingo matches like you get from local wrestling organizations got more pop and action.
Meth ref.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you're like, yeah, I mean, I can see those old ladies getting upset at bingo. Start throwing chairs.
Oh, look, someone stood up finally.
Oh, they're going. They got nachos.
Yeah,
That's why they stood up.
So they had to come in.
I mean, I can't blame them. Nachos are good.
Nachos are good.
No Titantron yet.
No,
that doesn't exist. Tim White, man, he's all over the place there, ain't he?
Why did he? I mean, aside from age, of course, why did he stop? Didn't he separate his shoulder?
I think they got rid of him, honestly. Same reason when they got rid of the Hebners, I think he was part of that. Is Kyoto still there?
No, Kyoto's in AEW.
Okay. And Hebner is too, right?
Yeah. I mean, you never see him except for like
pay-per-views or something.
Yeah, big ass matches.
Look, I mean, I love this. Austin playing the heel. He comes out of the ring, holding up, timeout, give me timeout. I mean, and keep in mind, Mayro's supposed to be the face here.
Mm-hmm.
We should have got some nachos on. That man knows where they're at.
And nachos or pizza or something.
Let's listen in for a second.
Alton offering a handshake.
Yeah.
Accept it, you dumbass.
Brings back memories, though. Just listen to McMahon. This is pre-Mr. McMahon.
Yeah.
No one knows Vince is the owner yet. So.
That's right. They just know him as the man who wears a toupee.
Mm-hmm.
And locking up, Wild Man Mark Merrill.
What did? No, that was, he actually has a full head of hair, doesn't he?
It depends on who you hear that answer from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If you ask his hairpiece, no.
If you ask McMahon, he still says no. He says it's a hairpiece. But,
he got his head shaved. So
right.
But that was,
So
I don't know.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things that's like you'll just never know. It's a part of the secret.
Yep.
So they've got this. I mean, it's okay. Let's just be honest.
It's boring.
It's not an exciting match.
No.
I mean, it's Steve Austin and not an exciting match, which is mind-boggling. And it's because Austin hasn't embraced that.
He has no idea what he was doing. I mean, he knew what he was doing. He had no idea persona-wise
right.
yet.
He's not the Texas Rattlesnake yet.
What's wrong with Sable? You're the kind of guy that she's distracting Steve Austin. She's interfering.
Listen to and the thing is think about Austin exposes the concrete. Think about who has just left at this point. Macho Man's just left for WCW.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to make Owen Hart. They're trying to put Owen Hart in that position. Would he have been better? I mean, if you're listening to him commentate, would Owen Hart have been worth a damn as a commentator?
Yeah, I thought he had good talk.
Eventually, yeah. I mean, it's like Jericho. Owen could basically do anything,
right?
And of course, the more you do it, the better you're going to get at.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna have to go this route just because you brought it up. He couldn't do everything. Couldn't fly.
And we will get to that in about, I don't know, 2 years we'll be there.
Yeah. Let's see. This is June '96.
Yeah. So we've
So
got
that's 3 years later.
99.
May of May. Wasn't it? May of '99. Yeah. Well,
and it's amazing as you look at this, the number of people who you watch this happen and you go, you're going to be dead in 3 years.
Yeah. Or I mean, you just see
So I guess somebody could be looking at YouTube and 10 years from now might be able to say that about us. Who knows? I mean, I hope not, but I'm just saying it's a possibility.
You never know anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, 3 out of the 4 of us drive for a living.
That's right.
We could get hit by some dumbass.
Brian could get hit in the parking lot.
He has.
Again,
I have.
Run up, back up, get him again.
The most interesting part of this match is Sable.
But not really. But Sable was never
she's not really interesting.
Right.
No. This is pre-surgery.
No, I mean she's surgeried, but I mean the thing is I mean the only thing Sunny was more interesting than Sable. Let's just be honest.
Look at WrestleMania 12, which was March of this year.
Right.
Sable came in. Is it me or did she not? Her facial structure, facial features somehow changed.
They do.
She got more popular.
Yeah, you're right. They do.
Okay.
And I don't. I believe it was plastic surgery.
Okay,
I can't confirm.
More like exotic here, and then
she looks like a person.
Yeah.
And now she looks like. I mean, she actually looks like a legit, just a young woman. I mean, with big tits, but still a young woman. Yeah. But I mean,
she is in this.
She did not age well. That's what we'll phrase it.
No.
That's what happens when you get plastic surgery.
Look at John Rivers.
Well, you can't.
Kenny Rogers.
Yeah,
he's dead too. Never mind.
Well, a lot of her probably still hadn't degraded yet.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, it's not bad.
But Kenny Rogers brought us fried chicken though. Kenny Rogers roasters.
Is it any good?
I miss those. They were great.
They were.
I think you have to go to freaking Asia if you want a Kenny Rogers roaster.
Or I mean, don't you have? Hey, if you actually want a decent burger.
Yeah.
This
is say this. Yeah, Big Boys is good. This says how bad this is. We're sitting here talking about Kenny Rogers roasters and Big Boys Diner. I mean, but seriously, you've got this going on, and why did we watch it?
I thought he was going to go for like a giant.
I'm still trying to figure out why we were watching it. I mean, I've been watching a lot of the Attitude Era stuff. This is as it's getting kicked off. What was the allure to wrestling at this point?
I don't think there was much. I mean, why do you think it was dead?
But within a year's time from here, I mean, actually, and just so you know, over on WCW, what's already happened.
Shockmaster.
No, well, but what is already happening is Hall showed up 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Scott Hall showed up. Because right now we're June 23rd, 1996. Okay, Scott Hall showed up on Nitro.
May 26, 27. So
yeah,
he's been there.
And then a month after Hall shows up, Nash shows up. In 2 weeks' time, July 7th, 96, I think it was. The third man,
which turned out to be Hogan,
right?
Which originally was going to be Sting. I heard.
No, well, they didn't know that. Bischoff said he didn't know, but he didn't know who it was going to be till Hogan called him up and told him it was him
at the 11th hour,
right? And here we are. As I say, we're looking at this. You know what's going on over at WCW, okay? Which we're going to be visiting that. We're going to watch a Raw next week, and then we'll watch WCW Nitro. You're going to see the complete difference in the fans that they have and the fans that are here.
You were right. July 7th, 96 was when NWO started.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, as I say, we're going to be seeing the difference. I mean, as you look, all the people in that audience are old.
I like this girl, the woman with the striped shirt.
Yeah.
Big
that face says everything about
big girl
RBF.
And you know,
the most excited. Okay, we got some clapping taking place here.
And the thing is, that's the best looking side of this arena.
Yeah,
because that's the camera side.
Right. You don't know what's on the soft camera side.
Yeah, this is the money side right there.
Austin almost got took down. It is just. It's almost disappointing.
I mean, I know you already know Austin gets busted open in this match.
Right. And he's
Didn't
going
he have to go to the emergency room to get stitched up or something and came back?
We'll listen to the promo. We'll just, whenever it comes in.
That's when the pop gets, though.
Yeah.
But he doesn't get the pop. We feel the pop 25 years later. When you're watching this, when you watch that promo, it's like everybody there's shocked.
He took the Bible in vain.
Right.
No, not really. Just
a modified version of his finishing maneuver, the Stone Cold Stunner. And I'm not so sure
JR.
I mean,
and you can never tell by his voice that he smokes like a half a pack a day.
That's true. Well, I think he's quit now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he can't hold them in his lips anymore.
No.
I've
got
been
a
listening.
damn hole in his leg. Skin cancer. I mean, he made it through.
Yeah, he said last week that he was doing better.
Good.
I was listening to Grilling. Was it Grilling with JR?
Grilling with JR.
That Conrad kid, he's everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, he's on that.
Ric
He's on with Flair. He's on with Bischoff.
Conrad Thompson. Oh.
You can go to Save with Conrad if you want to buy a house. I do know that. That's one thing I learned from watching.
He's got his hand in everything.
He does.
Look, we got a guy standing up getting into it now.
Oh, do we?
I think he was trying to count.
Is that the referees? The referees actually into it now?
There's a dude in this corner over here. Yeah, he was standing there, pumping the arm in the air. Axe handle slam.
No.
Yeah, look at Austin's face. You can see that his lips already busted.
Was it from that?
Yeah.
I think it was that errant.
Those two hands that came down on his face.
Probably. Or Wildman hit him with a
real punch.
I mean, he ain't even in shape really at this point, though. Look at Austin's arms. Austin's not in shape at this point.
I mean, he's got abs.
Right.
Like, yeah.
His core's good.
Over the top, right on to him.
Isn't that how Edge almost paralyzed somebody?
Yep.
Doing that? I mean, shit, they didn't even have like their regular mats. They had freaking gym mats.
Right.
Oh.
I mean, it's some comfort.
And are those are still the rubber band ropes, aren't they?
Yeah.
Out to the concrete.
Yeah, that can't have felt too good.
No.
I don't care if it's staged or not.
No.
That don't feel good. Yeah.
But I mean, look at Mero, though. He's got that look. I mean, he looks like Lex Luger almost, except for he's got black hair.
He's very cut. He's in good shape.
And how actually go too.
Right, but how in the hell he never caught on and Lex Luger did, because neither one have a personality.
No.
I think Luger, it's like the whole Roman Reigns thing that they just kind of pushed him down our throat.
He was the answer to Hogan.
Yeah. I mean, literally, that's what
was.
Right. He was the Lex Express, remember?
I think
he was just the big dude,
Right.
He was the big dude with all the muscles.
I'm looking at Mark Mero, and I don't know if anyone else is getting this vibe or not, but like if you ever watched the Dana California video from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, whenever he's got the little mustache stuff singing in it,
right?
Got that look to him.
This is 96, so that's probably pretty common around that era. That mustache was.
It's like the 70s and porno.
Right.
Handlebar mustache.
Yeah.
Or whatever it was called.
We got some crowd activity.
Yeah. How's Austin win this? It's going to be cheap because I mean he's a heel, obviously. Stunner.
Nope.
Pile driver.
That's back and forth.
Power bomb? No.
Neither.
What the shit was that?
That stun gun thing he used to do in WCW.
Austin clearly upset that it was just a 2.
Is it Mick Foley sitting in the audience?
That's what I was wondering.
Where do you see him?
He's over there behind the woman with the green. Yeah, right there.
Sunglasses.
It is. It looks like Mick Foley. We'll know if it's Mick Foley.
I miss the ending to the damn match.
Yeah, well, I did too.
We're more focused on the Mick Foley look like.
We'll know if that's Mick Foley if that guy's still there whenever Mankind comes out.
It could be Dude Love though.
I think he stunned him.
I mean, it's not like we can't rewind it and see.
Well, I mean, we can't. We're good.
No, we're.
I mean, do we really want to go back?
really
It's not that
care?
important.
Austin's busted open.
See, here we go. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what the instant replay's for.
So
Guy, he had a horrible entrance and outrance. What the fuck?
the outro music, yeah,
Outro.
stunner.
Outrance.
But look how piss poor that stunner was.
Yeah.
And no flipping off or anything.
No, I mean
No
we're
flipping off, no
pro
beard.
that,
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. he's
No
not
getting
there.
in his face and rutting.
Right.
You know.
And this is Austin's music.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
It is awful. So Austin advances to the.
I'm
That'd be
pulling for
finals.
I'm pulling for Vader.
I was too, but I know it's not Vader that wins. So
Should be.
Well, I
Vader
mean,
should
Doc
be.
Hendricks. That's going to be. We'll get to that in a minute. Currently,
See, look, there's how they do the egg.
that's how they. I told you that's how they do the egg. So, anyways, as I say, as we're looking at this, as we're going through it, watching it, McDonald's decided to come in and advertise in the middle of it, but still,
I hate that.
you've got all this stuff going on. Here is the Doc
In your life, but the
and
largest
Jake the
one
Snake.
is looming in front of you now. The 450-pound Vader stands in the way of your
always
quest
kinda
to
like
become
Jake
king
the
of the
Snake.
ring.
Too.
I was blind.
He's a nice
and
guy,
now I
too.
see. I was
Yep.
deaf, and now
Oh,
I
listen
can
to him. He
hear.
ain't got
The
that
only
raspiness
soul
to
was
his
first
Well, listen to
by the
this.
blood of
This is the
Lamb. So
promo
how
that got
can I
Austin
lose
started.
If I just go out there and know the power above is reaching down and lifting me up. Yes, 450 pounds is nothing you want to play with, and I don't plan on playing. But I'll tell you something. If I was going to rob a bank, I wouldn't walk in the front door. I'd sneak up from behind. It's time to get serious. If I can get by Vader, I know I got Stone Cold. Lord help me. I'm going to do it.
Best of luck, Jake. Back to you, Vince and JR.
Just throw the
So
snake
that's
on him.
that's it.
And then
That
he-
is the
Then he
the-
falls off the wagon. And,
right. Look at Vader here. You got Jim Cornette with him.
Look how young Jim Cornette is.
Vader time.
Look how
It's time.
Look how
It's a
alive
shame.
Vader is.
Isn't it a shame that Leon's dead though?
I like Vader. He
No,
was,
I
he was
like
a
it
scary
as
dude.
Vader was good. I don't think he's ever won the world title though, did he?
Yeah, he was a
yes.
WCW champion.
And
I think he was a
IWGP.
WWF champion once.
Uh-uh.
No,
I mean, like
Never won
I think he's
anything.
had the Intercontinental belt or something a few
at the
times.
time,
think
I
so.
didn't like Vader, but looking back, I can respect him.
I know that he fought for it. I think
Yeah.
I know he fought Undertaker.
I think he fought Michaels for it too, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, he's had multiple title opportunities, but I don't think he's ever won the title.
Yeah. He may have one IC. I can't remember.
All right, Big Van Vader was let's pull his championships up. Of course, he was the Triple Crown champion in all Japan, so that's their world title. He was their world champion in New Japan. World Championship Wrestling one-time champion and a Slammy Award winner in WWF.
So he never won any titles.
Nope.
Any match.
Really?
Three-time world champion in WCW. Excuse me.
Because I know he beat Sting once, Flair once. And,
Yeah, he was the bad guy to Sting.
yeah.
All right. I can't remember it, John. I'm pretty sure you know. What's the damn snake's name?
Damien.
Damien. That's right.
Well, it started out as Damien, went from Damien to Lucifer, and then the white one, yellow one, whatever it was Revelation.
You ever heard the story about Macho Man and the snake? So you gonna bite me with the snake? You gotta prove to me that it ain't poisonous. And he makes Jake the Snake take the snake and make you.
We talking about the Cobra?
Yeah.
Oh.
And Jake the Snake had to let the Cobra bite him because Macho Man was gonna get bit by it.
Mhm.
And Jake the Snake said he was so pissed off by it because he said all the snakes were devenomed,
It still
and-
hurts.
Yeah, it still hurts. So Jake gets bit by the snake. And he said when the time came and he got in the ring and it was Macho Man's time to get bit by that snake, he said, I shook that damn Cobra up real good. He said, I turned him loose and I slapped him in the back of the fucking head.
And then the damn thing wouldn't let go.
Yeah, it wouldn't.
It was so damn mad.
DDP, same snake, by the way. DDP had that snake get loose in his house. At the time, he was married to Kimberly. Have you heard this
I've
story?
heard that one.
And Kimberly goes in to the bathroom and hears, and she's like, "Did Jake leave a snake in the bathroom?" And he's like, "Yeah, but he said it'll come out in a little bit if you leave it alone." 4 days. It never came. They had to call an expert snake handler to get the snake out the walls.
You mean
And
Jake
she's
the
like,
Snake's not an expert snake
No.
handler?
He's actually scared of them.
yeah.
I would be too.
And so she sells. They had to sell their condo because they were afraid the snake laid eggs in the wall.
It's a good fear.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
What is it? Ophidiophobia?
Something like that.
Vader's got Jake the Snake down. Man, look at Vader though. I mean, Leon. Think about the stuff he did. Freaking all American football player. He was something.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like he would hit you and you would stay hit.
Yes.
And for a big man like he is,
He
he's
can
pretty
move.
agile.
Well,
He's
and there was
very
the thing
agile.
that
That's the
JR
thing.
said in one of the Rumbles that Vader was in. You know, it's if I meet him or a bear in an alley,
Right.
I'd rather take on the bear.
Take my chance with that bear. The old Jake the Snake almost got there. As I say, if you're just tuning in, we're watching Jake the Snake and Vader from King of the Ring 1996.
Now, looking at Jake the Snake, now then and now, you know, he's aged decently. I mean, he's gotten fatter and older, but you know,
I mean, he's in
Who
his
hasn't?
probably
He's-
almost 70 now.
Yeah. I mean, and
he's got that really raspy voice now.
he smokes.
Well, yeah.
And Lord knows, you know, how much shit he actually.
Think about all the stuff he's gone through in his
Yeah.
life. Who his dad was.
Uh,
I mean, his dad was a freaking creep and a half.
Pedophile.
Yes.
And he's still like he hasn't lately, but like back when Lance Archer was relevant, over
which
there,
he's trying to be again.
yeah. He like Jake would take bumps.
Yeah.
You know, him and was it him and Tully that got into it one time, and they didn't really wrestle, but you know,
But they actually got physical.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Jake, it's
It's hard to believe that this was 27 years ago.
26.
Yeah, 26 years ago.
It took me a second. Sorry. I'm a math.
I'm not a mathematician. I went to law school, folks.
There's a reason why we work for
Yeah.
Postal Service.
I did not go to the mathing school. I got friends of mine who
I
went to
can
that.
count to 10.
That's right.
I have to take my
I
shoes
know
off.
numbers. I know letters.
Yeah, we know letters.
I've seen a package a time or two.
What's Jake's finishing mover? DDT?
Yeah. He actually ended up inadvertently coming up with that.
Huh.
Like he was going to go for a high knee and he slipped or something, and the guy just went with it and fell down head first. It was like,
So Jake the Snake is the inventor of the DDT,
yeah.
Yep.
and Vader's got the Vader bomb, right?
Yep.
Yep. And also the moonsault.
All the refs down.
And the power bomb.
Also, Vader got disqualified because he grabbed the referee going down.
I think Jack Roberts shoved the referee out of the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the referee's decision.
And that's
Look at the pop.
yeah. I mean,
It's
crowd,
Jake the
that's
Snake
loudest
Roberts.
that-
Look at that pop.
I mean, yeah, he's a classic wrestler. You know, he's been around for a while.
Cornette. Oh!
I mean, that's kind of a. Hello, Kelly.
Kelly.
There's no reason for this.
There's every reason for it. Yeah. Look at
Look at
Cornette's fat ass.
He's
He
doing
is
his
a
job.
lot slenderer now.
Yeah.
Cornette's doing his job.
I mean, that suit. Good God.
He's doing his job.
That seriously, it looks like he's trying to backwards hump somebody.
I liked Cornette's.
I love Cornette. He's, you know, over 40 years. He's
Yeah.
still doing it and still loves it. That's what.
And he's also a liberal. So
No, I mean, we were talking about Shody and her broken filter earlier. Cornette, I don't think he's ever had the
No.
damn filter.
no, that's why he didn't work for WWF, but for about 7 years.
He's in no shape to go anywhere except for to a hospital.
Jake may have suffered some serious internal injuries.
All the referees coming out to
Oh,
stop
yeah.
Vader.
How is somebody that is, and I'm not much better.
Vader
Oh,
wanted
shove
to.
Jim Cornette.
He could clear that ring if he wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, like just.
Look at him.
Vader's what 6'2", 450,
Yeah.
6'3", and all these refs are like 5'9", 5'10",
look,
maybe
Briscoe.
50.
That's Brian Hebner too, and Earl.
Look how young Earl
Patterson?
is.
Yeah.
Is that Patterson too?
I don't see Patterson.
No.
Who's the old man back there?
That's
looking
no, that's Tony Gurria.
That guy.
I don't know who that is.
Looked like, what was his name? The actor was in Page Match. Christopher Lloyd.
It wasn't him. No.
Shit. Who was it? Doc Brown.
Yeah.
Great Scott. Oh no, great Scott. Great
It's
Scott.
time. It's time. It's Vader.
Okay, here's the moment.
But I mean, they go back. Yeah, well, clearly.
When you're getting DDT'd, you're going to fight for your life to get out of it, and the referee stood in his way.
It's amazing that a DDT was a finishing move.
A leg drop. Like
I know.
Elbow drop.
No, even John Cena, the back fist or whatever it was.
No, I mean, yeah, okay, a leg drop from I don't know, Andre the Giant. That's one thing.
Well, I mean, but Hogan was pretty big dude. So
Yeah,
I mean,
Hogan's what 6'3".
yeah, 360 ish sometimes.
Yeah, I mean now
Those
he's
two dudes got paid enough to do
back
wear
down
that
to
outfit
I
and do
think
that.
285.
Is he?
I know he's under
So-
300 now, so he's in good shape.
Let's listen to Jim Cornette.
Cornette should have worn dark pants.
Brown ones.
And it's the Godwins.
Oh, it's bringing me back.
Dennis
What
Knight,
the hillbilly?
Yeah,
hell
look, I'm coming out with the Godwins.
he's got a goat.
What in the hillbilly
goats.
hell
You
is
know,
this?
he is.
You don't know the Godwins?
No,
He's a damn.
I have never seen these people in my life.
Shit. The Cordon Bleu graduated
Really?
chef now.
Huh.
Is
I
Dennis
knew that he
Knight.
was a chef. I didn't know he graduated from the
Yeah.
Cordon Bleu
You know what would be a good
culinary
match?
school.
If they were.
Little Sonny.
Hey, look, she's not in jail.
Hey,
or a drugs.
our own porn.
She might be now. I mean,
She's done it.
here's what would be I think would be a good match if you go back to the heyday of the Godwins versus the Briscoes.
The Jerry and
The current whatever the other Briscoes.
Oh, the shit, the ones that are possibly going to show up in AEW.
Yeah.
It's a cute baby goat, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that you're going to see I don't remember what
Baby
happens
goat.
here, but I think the Godwins somehow.
I place my
Pull it
money
up.
on the baby goat.
Which one?
It's probably dead now, though. Both of them, they're both adorable.
They're definitely dead now. If not, they've set damn world records.
Those are championship material goats. Look at them. Show
They'll get
goats.
stomped on by them the hillbilly Jim. Isn't that who one I missed?
Hillbilly Jim's the guy
Yeah.
who just.
I forgot how pretty Sonny was back in the
Yeah.
day.
He was there. Was.
What is your reaction to her?
You have to show that again. She's the most ugliest, disgusting, grotesque.
Most ugliest?
Most ugliest.
She makes you look good. Like, what are you doing? I mean, what are they thinking? Are they trying to humiliate me?
You're
Oh,
judging
she's
for the free
unbelievable.
broadcast
She's
hour.
fat. She's got mousy brown hair. She's ew. Oh, those tattoos everywhere.
Was that a guy?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a guy dressed as a woman.
Can't handle this. Are they trying to humiliate me or what?
I don't know that. Let me ask you my second question real quick.
You weren't turned on, John?
Corey was.
Nah.
Corey liked it.
Well, you know,
Who's the tag champion here?
Billy Gunn and Bart Gunn, the smoking guns.
Yeah, the only thing I see is two.
Yep.
And evidently so is the cameraman. He just.
Hey, you know, she's beautiful. She's an award winner.
This is Billy Gunn.
Yeah.
Why?
He can't think of anything because he just keeps looking down.
Right.
I'm gonna have to face the body Donis, and that chick is gonna be across the ring from me, Billy. I don't know. I don't want to be out there with her.
Hey, Doc, I think they're stalling.
All right, Vince, back to you. A perplexed Sonny and the Guns on the way to defend the titles.
Yeah. I just thought of a good name. for
Smoking
Sonny.
guns, man. I mean,
Yeah.
and the funny thing is, let's fast forward 2 years. Bart Gunn going to win the Brawl for All, proving he's the toughest guy
Yeah.
in the locker room.
And
What
I know-
happened to him after that? Nothing.
I know you already saw it, but Vince Russo, for all intents and purposes, really fucked shit up there.
Right.
I mean, sorry, I lost the trail.
Think about what kind of career she could have had if she could have kept off the damn, drugs.
Can she keep these smoking guns as the
Look
WWF
how
champion?
tiny Billy is.
Yeah, I mean, Billy's jacked now.
Yeah, being old as he is.
What is he, like 56?
Probably. I have no clue.
Give me a second. Now I'm
Gonna look up.
Yeah, I'm gonna look how.
How old Billy or
When I
something?
watch WWF. Sonny.
She is the manager of the Smoking Guns, who are champions. And I'll certainly say she's done a lot more work than.
I mean, to me, what I'm looking at here with the Smoking Guns is it's like they're trying to bring back the Von Erichs.
Yeah, Billy Gunn's 58.
It's what it really reminds me of. They're bringing back the Von Erichs with that. I mean, I get it's not that far removed from the Von Erich era, so maybe that was all they knew at the time.
Now, she's getting attention.
Yeah, she gets attention
Well, of course
because.
she gets attention. Wasn't
But
she
notice, Sable didn't.
No.
So
Wasn't
what do you think
Sonny,
happened? Did Sable become the favorite in Vince's eyes, and that's what happened to Sonny's career?
Sable started to put out.
Yeah, I think it was halfway that, and then Sonny,
Had her drug issues.
yeah, and probably just the combination.
Well, the other thing is Vince
compounding.
McMahon. By the way, the Mankind figure's gone. Mick Foley looking dude is not there anymore. But I think that she made it all the way up to the screw job, and then shortly after
I
the
think
screw
he's still
job,
there.
she's gone.
Yeah, he's
big
still there.
woman's holding
Okay.
behind him.
Yeah.
You know, there's been a lot of things on your mind lately, but I know the one thing that is just eating you alive, and that is I've made her feel like you will never be able to make her feel.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe that.
Look at old Bart Gunn, man.
And Bart's a damn southpaw.
Yeah.
And a tough one to boot.
Bart now with Phineas and slaps him down to the camp.
I mean, look at the size though. Bart's huge compared to Billy.
And that's what it's all about to be a winner. Tactics.
The Smoking Guns, Billy and Bart.
And Billy Gunn has this right here to thank for his entire gimmick,
Falling for yet another
because
prank.
he was not Billy Gunn prior to this.
Here comes Billy.
He wasn't he a blackjack at one point?
Imagine Billy would say something like that to Phineas.
I don't think so. I think it
Look at
was.
Billy hammer away. Look at this. Just hammering Phineas.
Was it Bart that joined the Blackjacks?
No, it's
Because it
Billy
comes,
was Rockabilly,
Yes, right.
and he went from that to New Age Outlaws. But I think he started out as this. Don't hold me to this because it's been a while.
Well, I understand.
I
that
think he
because
started out as this,
not only
went
did
from
I
this to
defeat the Smoking
Rockabilly, and
Guns,
then
I did all the work. Even that fat slob Yokozuna was my partner.
Please now, come on.
Talking about Yokozuna.
They were the same.
how
team
much?
that
How
defeated us.
much did he weigh when he
they are
died?
definitely
Somebody's
top.
I read somewhere it was like 600 pounds. But he was still wrestling when
Yeah.
he died too. It was not that he was inactive.
No, it's just he got essentially what, too big for his britches?
In a sense, I guess that's one way to go with it, John.
They wear those diapers.
Yeah, very true.
They make those. They just make them. They just keep wrapping.
Risking disqualification now.
He's not
Now
up
we
there.
could,
He's definitely,
if y'all wish,
stupid, or a lot stupid, actually.
we can jump ahead if we're interested in this,
That's
He's got a
fine by
temper.
me.
I've seen him flare out like this.
because this is
Just like a filler thing.
I mean it's I get it's the
It's a
WWF
title
title
match.
match, but I mean
But you could tell it was an afterthought.
oh, there they go. But I mean here look they've done a promo in the
Now, who
middle of
is
the
that?
match.
I'm about to find out, Brian.
Cloudy.
I mean, but who?
The manager of the Body
who is
Donas.
the-
I don't know.
Becoming a Body Donna's manager.
Well, thank you, Mr. McMahon.
Now, the outfit you're wearing is similar to those that Sonny
Vince
has
is
worn in the
intrigued.
past. You have the same
Yeah,
color?
Vince.
Well, I'd like to say that I fill it out a little more than Sonny.
Thank you very much for joining us, and the best of luck to you in your future here in the
Yeah, that's
Thank you, Mr. McMahon and JR.
a bit gross.
This is for you.
Whoa! She blew a kiss to you, JR.
Thank you
I
very
think
much.
she likes you.
I'm a happily married man, I'll have you know. She's
The only
not
time-
my type, I can assure you.
I don't know, you've been flirting
Was
with
this?
her. She blew you
I've
a
seen
kiss.
I've read JR's book.
Yeah.
And
I've
Sonny
heard
apparently
JR's
having no
book.
effect on
I think this was during his
At least not in
second
this
marriage.
matchup, not thus far. Oh, my goodness.
Well, it would have been to would he not have been married to
He wasn't married to Jan this time.
Not yet.
I don't think so. I think he got married 3 times.
Oh, what impact.
I know him and Ric Flair met Jan at the same time.
Yeah.
Is the story.
And that.
The Godwins, look at this. Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
And the guy, who was the other one?
Wide open now.
What, Phineas and then Henry?
Yeah, but I just. Which one was Midian?
That one.
Okay, but what was his name? What did he go by? Phineas. And the other one was who?
Henry. It was
Okay.
Henry O and Phineas I.
Okay, so Henry was who later? Or is this it?
Well, we know what happens when Phineas does that.
Southern Justice.
Okay.
And probably a couple other things.
I was thinking he was in Southern Justice.
Yeah. Brian, to answer your question, Candido's friend and wrestler Jimmy Shoulders, aka James Haney, was cloudy.
No one.
Yeah, no one anybody knows.
Really? He's riding him?
That's
Vince.
Vince McMahon calling the match there. So,
Vince
I will say that Vince. Yeah. Look, my personal opinion about Vince is Vince was never a good announcer. That's my opinion.
I'll agree on that.
I think that he stayed out there because he wanted something to do outside of being in the front. Because, I mean, look, here you are, cusp of the Attitude Era. The greatest announced team ever is getting ready to be formed.
Mm-hmm.
By Billy Gunn, and Henry Godwin is in a lot of trouble here right now. Henry snapped over. Billy drops the knee.
It's just
Billy and Clark Gunn covered.
nobody in that. Look at the crowd. I mean, that crowd is so dead.
And this is a title match.
Yeah. And shit, Jack Doan.
Yeah, he's
walk around just trying to be friendly, good boys.
definitely not active
There's a chant
anymore.
going on.
What? You all suck?
Sunny.
Oh. Well, of course it's Sunny. Are you sure it's not?
that wasn't invented yet.
There yet?
It'll be there in about 2 years.
Oh my God, he stuck his leg out. Oh.
From that angle, it's really hard to tell.
It's amazing the things that were major in 96, like the knee to the back was a major, that's really cheating, to where
Now it's
98 chair shot, and they still kicked.
Yeah.
It's amazing the differences.
Hell, you had a damn tombstone and
Right.
people would kick out of it. Unless Undertaker did it.
Right, and then it was
Then you're done.
Yeah.
Unless you were Kane.
What the hell's that even mean, Brian?
I think it's probably Spain.
Fame-master.
That'll become a later finishing maneuver.
What was it called then? Like the rocker dropper or something?
I'm not sure.
That's basic wrestling. If you're WWF Tag Team Champions and you're fighting somebody as good as the Godwins, you have to hook the leg.
I don't remember who wins this match.
I think the smoking guns.
Yeah. Oh my God, that blimp. I forgot about the blimp. I forgot about the damn blimp.
You try to argue with me about that. They are certainly a lot more aggressive than before Sonny came around.
Think about it. Okay, Henry is a solid 300 pounds.
Yeah, he's a pretty good sized dude.
And Bart just lifted him up like nothing. I know Henry helped, but still.
You still got to put that weight on your body, though.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken now, I think Henry Godwin's like a insurance salesman,
Really?
real estate or something. Well, I mean, Kane, of course, aside from being a mayor,
Right.
does real estate.
Yeah, I go back to, it's like Steve Austin says, Vern Gagne always told everybody, it's not how much you make, it's how much you save. None of these guys were saving, and you know that.
No, I mean, hell, look at Ric Flair.
Right.
God knows how many millions.
Mick Foley was.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look.
Well, everybody's not Bradshaw and Mick Foley. Steve Austin. Everybody doesn't think that way. Go ahead, Corey. What were you saying?
Well, they clearly have spent so much money on tanning and baby oil. That's where all their money.
That's
went.
actually icy hot cream, is what that is.
Oh.
Yeah, that's that shit that lights you up. I don't remember what it's actually called. Brian and me've been lit up by it.
Is it like a Horse liniment?
Basically.
Tiger balm?
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's designed so they always have that sheen on them.
the
And it
glow
also,
shit.
when they grab you up, it burns your ass up, man.
It just doesn't seem like it'd be safe. Like you'd want that.
An ice carousel?
No, I meant that too. Icy hot, like all over yourself, you know?
No. Billy Gunn slams into the turnbuckle there.
And he does a Ric Flair flop.
He did. But, I mean, he was a blonde. Everybody who was blonde in wrestling, that's who they wanted to be. Ric Flair.
Shit, everybody that was in wrestling wanted to be Ric Flair.
Or Hogan.
Yeah.
Those were the two at the time.
I mean,
You always wanted to be Ric Flair?
Not well. I'd rather be Ric Flair than Hogan. No offense to Hogan, but if I had things my way, of course it'd be Sting.
I don't know if it had things my way, it'd be Austin. I like his hairstyle.
Yeah, the only bad thing about the Sting is having to paint your face all the time.
Right.
Well, after so many times.
Well, I mean, now he's
got
probably got like a makeup artist or something that does it.
Yeah, I'm sure they do it for him.
A rebel.
He just had a thing. You just put it like on a piece of paper and you like.
After so much of doing it, you
get quicker. I know. You remember Vito?
Yeah.
A big Vito. Somebody had asked him one time how long it took him to shave his body. He's like, 30 minutes for his entire damn body. Legs, chest, arms, head, everything. I was like, shit, I spent about 8 to 10 minutes shaving.
I can do my head in about 3.
I mean, granted, I know I got a chin beard, so I'm trying not to cut it off, but still.
Oh, both men are in the ring at the same time.
The horror.
Yeah, match in the order.
Look at the carnage.
No.
My God.
We got a boot. That's boot. That's boot.
That's it.
Yeah, of course he got it. He hit him in the head with a boot. And then here we are. That same thing happened this past Wednesday from Hangman Adam Page to Lance Archer.
Goes just back to what Jim Cornette says. There's nothing new in wrestling.
But Archer just got right back up.
Couple of sore losers right there.
My favorite boot thing involved with the match with Eddie Guerrero when he was getting, I think he was getting
WrestleMania 20
ankle lock or something, and he slipped his foot out the boot. Or whatever.
Yeah, WrestleMania 20. I remember that.
In the back of the head, Bart Gunn in the boot in the back of the head. The referee was detained with Henry, and the Smoking Guns are lucky as a Dickens to get out here.
As a Dickens.
It may be different, but next time these two teams get together.
Well, there you go.
What?
She's
Never
got the
wanted to be
belt,
the
and
state of
once
Texas
again,
so
she's
bad
not-
in my life.
Yeah. She was not going to let him go.
You know, it's fascinating that at this point in wrestling, I mean, we're talking 1996. We're not talking about 1991. How cartoonish WWF was. Because, I mean, the Godwins, they're fucking pig farmers.
Yeah. I mean, hell, their names, one spelled out hog, the other spelled out pig.
I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, I don't know why that's where they were at this point.
It's almost like they couldn't get out of the whole 80s.
I think it really was. I mean, he was so wanting to bring back that Hogan era style.
The golden era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's ridiculous to me. Well, let's rejoin it.
All right, Vince, if anyone ever stacked the deck, it would have to be Camp Cornette. I mean, Owen Hart's going to be doing color commentary. You've handpicked the referee. You guys got to be on cloud 9.
Let me just explain something to you, Shawn Michaels. Tonight, son, your number is finally up. Like my old friend Dick Murdoch used to say, the Bulldog's going to tap you and knock you into next week because it should have been his title last month. This time, there ain't going to be no referee, wishy-washy referee getting knocked out of the way.
Sadly, it would never be.
A World Wrestling Federation
And
president
Bulldog
are going to
did
be able
deserve
to
it,
stop
but-
Yeah,
the
but-
British Bulldog
on the other end of that, he was never that guy who could. He never filled
Ever
seats.
since you've had that title, you've been
wasn't
flying
putting an
first
ass
class,
every
but
18
tonight,
inches.
You
Yeah.
got a one-way ticket on value jet.
Hey, wait a minute, Doc. Is that Mr. Perfect?
Yeah, hey,
What? Cat got your tongue?
that's Mr. Perfect.
Whose
That's
locker room is
acts of collusion. He's the referee in the match. What's the deal here?
Michael P.S. Hayes is Doc Hendricks.
Doc Hendricks.
The same dressing room as Shawn Michaels. He might get his wallet stolen.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Mr.
goodness.
Perfect is going to call it right during the middle tonight.
Not very
There's gonna
good.
be no referees
Sounded,
being
he
knocked
sounded
down.
just like
Tonight,
Dynamite.
the British Bulldog.
Well,
And-
they were like what,
The
first
triple
cousins?
header.
Yeah, they worked together too a lot. I mean, they were the British Bulldogs.
And then Bulldog trademarks it. Dynamite got all
But tonight, the British
rightly
Bulldog
so. He got
takes the World
perturbed.
Wrestling Federation title at King of the Ring. Shawn Michaels, you're mine in less than a few.
Diana
short
Hart
hours
there,
away.
man. She
All right. Thank you very much.
Toothy.
Doesn't sound
Doc,
very
thanks.
British.
Oh,
very teethy.
Here comes the
Jerry
kid.
Lawler. Oh, I love this.
Ah,
This entrance, I love. You gotta just listen to this.
holy shit, the Sega Saturn.
How can a referee be objective and be dressing in the same locker room with Camp Cornette?
I forgot how
Wait a
big
minute,
the
Jim
damn
Ross.
NECA was.
I just want to say we went out golfing together, me and Mr. Perfect, the Bulldog, Vader, the whole Camp Cornette.
you guys were golfing together?
Yes, we went out.
Listen to this entrance, man. This is great. This is why Jerry Lawler is
Mr.
awesome.
Perfect, who's a man of his word and a man of high integrity, assured me that he would do nothing but call it straight down the middle.
What about Clarence Mason? He seemed to have made a miraculous recovery there. He didn't have a neck brace on or anything.
Well, Mr. Mason's been getting some therapy from Benny Hinn. It's spiritual help, and it's helped him to recover. almost
Lawler
100%.
looking at the crown and all.
Jerry the King Lawler, ladies and gentlemen.
He is the king.
Yes, the King, one-on-one with the Warrior.
Shut up, McMahon.
Come on.
How do you know he was talking though?
Has arrived.
I think it was
Vince
I
McMahon
think
was always
Vince
talking.
McMahon was the Michael Cole. at the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
McMahon's always talking.
Nice robe. Nice crown. Nice throne. But I've been there and I've done that.
Me too.
Hey.
Did you hear?
Owen Hart. Me too. Don't
Think
break
that's
that
better
one
than what
over.
I got at the castle.
Don't break that one over Warrior's head.
Milwaukee,
I love as he goes down. Watch him going down this
you
aisle.
bunch of losers.
Yes.
Yeah, he was always insulting
yeah.
everyone.
Got that right.
Just like your baseball team, the Milwaukee Brewers, you're a bunch of losers. Hey, but let me tell you
I mean,
something.
King was so old school
Yeah.
and shit. It just,
The name says it all. The Brewers, they're all drunk.
Oh, my goodness.
And I bet that's what
Talk about a phenomenal heel here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
watch
yeah.
him. He goes after people directly.
For you is to get all sussed up.
Yeah, it's like a stand-up comic with an insult show here. It's masterclass.
Oh, no. Take a look. Did you see this guy? See him? I saw him a while ago back in the bathroom. He was getting a drink of water. And then the seatbelt hit him on the head.
Oh, my goodness. The King is not
Look at this little
ingratiating
kid.
himself.
Is that your face or did your neck throw up?
what the kid do? He's like scratched his nose at or something.
Watch.
Pathetic. Hey! Look at her. Nice to see you off the streets for a change.
Oh.
I think we just need to
Look
apologize.
at Burger King. I think you made one too many trips there, hadn't you?
Oh, shit.
What'd he say?
The one too many trips. Was it the Burger King?
Yeah.
Jerry the King Lawler.
Oh my goodness. Look at these two. Take a good look at her face.
Oh, do I have
It's
to?
girls like you that turn men into, well, people like gold dust.
I mean, this is a classic heel entrance.
Something.
Henny Youngman of the WWF.
You are, without a doubt, the most pathetic bunch of losers that I have ever seen in my
I mean, he's not wrong.
No, if you wanted heat, there was heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the crowd gave him so much to work with.
Yeah, they did.
My royal feet. Do you understand that?
Couldn't have set up better myself.
Yeah,
Jerry
He
Lawler.
is like the opposite of Sergeant Slaughter.
Yes.
Yeah.
The polar opposite. Or Hacksaw Jim Duggan with the Becker flag and everything. Yeah.
Hacksaw.
Yeah,
He beat cancer.
He did, yeah.
So and more power to him. I'm glad he's still around.
Now, was Lawler always like a
Always a heel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's a fan favorite when he was an announcer and like other stuff like
Well,
that.
he was the heel announcer,
Yeah. But he would get chairs and stuff. Like,
but he was still the
Like, hell, when
Austin was a heel.
when he was wrestling the Miz, and stuff like that.
Right.
And when you frame a picture, the only thing left to do with it is hang it. And that's what the King is going to do to the Warrior tonight. When I get through with his face, he'll look like a Picasso painting.
So
I love the
anyways,
evil laugh.
Jerry the King Lawler.
I like the King. I've seen him wrestle at it wasn't a house show for that. It was like
Independent.
yeah, and he's interesting to watch wrestle as well. This guy right here has never interested me in my life. Ultimate Warrior.
No.
When
I didn't
was
like him then.
When
No.
I was like 5, I mean, his first run.
I remember going to school with you and you having an Ultimate Warrior shirt. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
We were like second grade.
Uh-huh.
I think it was Goolsby's class, if I'm not mistaken. Weren't you in there with me?
Yeah, because Chatham, Cash, Goolsby,
Yeah.
Culpepper. So yeah.
Yeah,
That was a day or two ago.
it
Damn.
was.
Yeah, I have never cared for him.
No, I didn't like
I've
him.
never been an Ultimate Warrior fan myself either.
Like I said, I was during his initial run, the first run, but
There you go.
right in the kidney.
Match hasn't started yet. It's perfectly legal.
Yep.
Oh,
Now it has.
how did it start? He wasn't in the ring.
Never discounting the Lawler in his ability. Lawler with that scepter.
Referee giving a lot of leeway with that.
Well, I don't know if the match has started. He's not made it to the
We heard
ring.
the bell.
He ain't got in.
Maybe that was a warning bell.
You stop your shit.
How about you, Megan? Have you ever liked the Ultimate Warrior?
Lawler, who knows every dirty
See.
trick there is in the book.
Mm.
Lawler.
Yeah, she was like, what, 2 here? Yeah, so 3.
Many would think they're simply just taped fists like a boxer. Picks up his fist. Look at this. Come on.
No, he's just choking the
Yes,
life
he
out of
is.
him.
The thing that I don't get is why they thought Warrior was this be-all, end-all.
Because he was the ultimate.
Because, he drew so much money in 88, 89, 90 during the first initial run. They
Who
thought they
was
could
it?
recapture
He
that.
was initially with somebody else.
It was with
with
WCCW.
Right, but who was he tagged with? He was a tag.
Sting.
Was it Sting?
Yeah, because it was Blade Runners.
Okay, yeah.
Like
Which
the
was
movie?
basically- Yeah, but it was basically a Road Warriors knockoff.
Yeah, and keep in mind at this point, Jim's completely crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's already changed his name legally to Warrior. He's a nut. Like he believes that he's a we, not a me.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Whatever he was on was a hell of a drug.
It could be several things.
Yeah.
He was just high on life.
He was just high.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Now he goes crashing down.
Now he's low. He's low.
Or he could be like Kansas, dust in the wind. I don't know what they did with his body.
Anytime someone defeats the Ultimate Warrior, it's an unbelievable upset. But Lawler's got to be relentless. He's got to stay on him.
I mean,
You
look at
gotta
this man.
love Jerry Lawler. I mean, look at him. Look at him coming in here. He's got that tape.
Defeating the Warrior. I'm sure he would love to have that. In the record books, nonetheless. Lawler risking disqualification here.
Lawler's finishing move was that diving elbow, wasn't it?
No, it was a pile driver, and
then he
I
had
think
like
there was
a-
an elbow too. But yeah,
Fist drop, elbow,
yeah,
something.
yeah, it's fist drop. That's right.
It was Warrior's move.
I have no clue.
Running around until,
Yeah.
rope a dope.
Tweaking.
He hulked up, or warrior
Like
up.
a
Warriored up.
like a power slam.
Gorilla press.
Yeah, yeah. Take, oh, good God!
Damn, Brian.
Jesus, don't let him rip like that.
Tell us what you really think about this match, Brian.
That's not about the match. It's just about the war.
They're doing it again. This is going to be a short match because neither one of these guys have
Stamina.
loads of stamina.
Before WWE banned this move.
He's still allowed to do it.
Because he knows how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, classic.
Not a damn thing.
I can't believe that. Can't believe it.
I always love
Look at the
King's
mullet.
facial
Yeah.
features.
He's got some of the best expressions.
What was it? What's a mullet called? Tennessee Waterfall? Isn't that what it is?
I don't know. You know, the thing is, though, is like King has said that he learned how to do facial expressions from theater actors.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So,
because you have to have big expressions
Right.
to be seen by the audience in the back.
Hogan did the same thing.
You have to be over the top.
Right.
I really like how Jerry Lawler actually made his way to the wrestling.
And that's it.
Yeah, everything you do in the theater, you have to do bigger.
Yeah.
Well, keep in mind, Jerry still owns the Memphis territory at this point.
Yeah.
I think he still does today. I'm not sure.
No,
But, you know, so he's going, after this, he's going right back to Memphis and wrestling again. It's not like this is just a one-off that he was doing because he was Jerry the King Lawler. Of course, he lost, you know.
I mean, look at his record in WWE.
Right.
Most of the time, he lost everything.
Right.
Well, he was the heel.
Yeah,
that
right.
was his job.
And he was an old school heel, and he knew that's what you did.
Yeah.
You don't win.
You're
there to.
And
Jerry
I'm
Lawler.
gonna go back to something Blake, because I always said he didn't bitch about it because he was in Memphis. He
Right.
could lose in Memphis, or he was in the U.S. And
Right.
God forbid that he lost in the U.S.
Yeah. I mean, I know that I spent $40 on the man's DVD that's autographed, but, you know.
Still, it's just,
I
mean, all due
No,
respect
I bought the Bret Hart
all
Wrestling with
due
Shadows.
respect to Bret Hart, but still, just
Right.
I can
He's not a
understand your
pussy.
hometown.
Yeah.
I can understand your hometown, but the whole fucking country.
Right. I mean, we may go one night. How about that? We'll do one night after the screw job once we get to that point, and we'll do Wrestling with Shadows as well and watch it as this.
See, I tell you, Jerry Lawler is one of the ones that I've always wished would actually had a title run.
What do you think? Yeah, that's something we got. Yeah.
We have adult beverages. too.
Yeah, we have adult beverages too.
No,
I have Lambrusco if you'd like some Lambrusco. It's a wine. Low alcohol content wine. Oh, sorry, McDonald's is stepping in. They wanted to advertise a little bit, but
I
so
mean, but they
Ultimate,
do look good.
yeah. So Ultimate Warrior, of course, you
Picks
know,
up the victory over the.
he beats
Jerry Lawler.
Jerry Lawler. So I mean, you know, and then here we are. We got Gorilla Monsoon.
Jake is vowed to go on into the finals of the King of the Ring tournament, but considering his condition, how can he continue?
Well, Doc, only Jake knows how bad Jake is hurt. The doctor doesn't have any x-ray glasses. We don't know if he has a fractured rib or torn intercostal cartilage. All we know is, or all I know is, he has a burning desire to continue. And hey, Jake's 41 years old. How many more chances at the gold ring is he going to get? You know, I'm going to let him continue, Doc. And I'm going to watch this match very closely. I'm not going to let my heart overrule my head. If I have to stop the match, I will.
All right. Thank you, President. And Vince, JR, back to you.
All right, and I have to ask you.
Never
If
understood
that were you, if you were Jake the Snake,
why Vince McMahon would do that. Who was the guy before Monsoon? There was another guy.
Jack Tunney.
That's right. Never understood why that's the route they went with this.
What, with Monsoon?
Yeah, Monsoon, Jack Tunney.
Because Jack Tunney, I don't get. I never have gotten
Well,
that.
I mean, but Vince
Monsoon,
wanted to keep
they-
animosity between him and the ownership. Why? I never understood it.
And with Monsoon, they put him in there because he helped Vince
Right.
get the company. So Vince was always in debt and just wanted to have, I guess, him on screen or
Right.
somehow involved.
Keeping him paid.
Yeah.
Gives him
All
something to do.
Your view, we thank you very much for it. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, upcoming shortly, Mankind one-on-one against.
Now, don't
The
forget to look
Undertaker.
behind
The last time we
the
were on
hard
pay-per-view,
camera and see
let's
if
show
that
you
is.
some of the events that took place. Look at this.
I mean, look at that crowd sparse there. Well, that's Taker. Yeah, that was in your. That was a pay-per-view, mind
Yeah.
you.
And then, of course, The Undertaker disappeared after he was placed in the casket.
I always
More mind
love
games.
Paul
Yeah,
Bearer.
Paul Bear did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Mankind caused The Undertaker to get counted out. There's Mankind at the bottom of your screen holding The Undertaker. The Undertaker loses to the British Bulldog.
On Raw.
Count out. And look at the pile driver. Mankind is a dangerous, dangerous animal.
Yes, indeed, a deranged individual.
Here comes Mankind.
Yep.
I thought Mankind and Stone Cold had the same music.
I did too.
It's just like, come on.
3 different occasions.
That little limp
Mankind
thing.
has placed
Yeah.
uncredited
And,
advertising
What, you got one shoulder down
Yeah.
on
and
The Undertaker. I mean,
merch
argument
does.
is
Quasimodo
no
walk.
one has
Hello,
ever challenged The
face.
Undertaker like Mankind has.
He really did. I mean, you got to think about this. Here he's fresh in WWF
Yeah.
at this point. It's not like he's been there a long time.
right, it's a couple months maybe.
He's very animated for
Yeah.
what he's doing, and he has embraced the shit out this character.
As brown as it is.
Yes. I mean, UPS did it. How come he couldn't?
He did.
But the thing is, they had started him out. That's a cloth costume.
Really?
The initial costume was leather,
Oh,
and he's like, "I'll sweat to death."
he would.
The Undertaker's ticket, so to speak.
Mankind has no conscience. That mandible claw can strike at a moment's notice.
So this is Mankind and the Undertaker, right?
Yeah, like
Yep.
I think it's
This should be an interesting.
like episode 1 or episode 2 of them, and they went
Yeah.
a whole summer on it. Ended with that
It's a very unpredictable.
boiler room brawl or something.
It
was
went
called.
on for all the
Yeah.
way up until the 97, late
When was the
97,
Hell in a Cell match between them where he gets chunked off?
97.
The next year after, no, it was 98.
Was it 98?
It was King
I'm
of
not
the
sure.
Ring. I know that.
Okay.
It
We'll
was
get
on-
to it when we get to
yeah.
it.
Oh, no, I can't
Yeah, you'll
remember if
find
it was
out.
97, 98.
We'll be there at some point.
Yeah.
So here
Good
comes
God.
Taker.
Good God Almighty, he's broken in half.
I mean, you heard there was some JR. That is Attitude Era JR
Yeah.
coming through. It's going to be a slobber knocker, my God, you know.
I mean, JR, Gordon Soley, they called him the Dean for a reason.
Right. I mean, that's
and all due respect to him, but I grew up with JR, and I was going to say
right. But JR, if you ask Jim Ross, who
he's going to say
Gordon Soley. Gordon Soley,
Yeah.
right? And I mean, you know, whether Gordon was taking a nip of vodka every time he took a break or
Yeah.
not, you know, that wasn't the important thing.
That's his business.
Yeah.
Here's one of the things I find funny about this. You got Mankind versus The Undertaker. Two
Yeah.
of the people who will go on and have fantastic careers. When
Undertaker's already had a fantastic career
Yeah,
at this
up to
point.
this point.
He's been
Yeah.
champion already.
They're mid-card, though.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because the top of the card is,
At
I mean,
this
Bret
time, it
Hart.
was
Bret Hart. Yeah.
Shawn Michaels. No, it wasn't Michael. Was it Michael?
Yeah, Michaels is the champion right now.
Oh
And,
shit, yeah.
And I mean, it's Michaels versus Davey Boy Smith for the title on this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, Bret Hart's out because of an injury, kayfabe injury. You know,
Yeah.
and the Hart Foundation hasn't formed yet. There's a animosity between Owen and Bret and Davey Boy. The Hart Foundation doesn't really form until Brian Pillman comes back, because Brian Pillman right now at this point is laid up after a car wreck.
Yeah.
Is Taker even with him?
No.
No, that's why he kept looking back.
That probably
That's why he's
Yeah,
confused.
he's just in the ring. I bet he's gonna show up in the
Either
ring.
that or like underneath, and
Yep.
you know, it's lights are going to fully go out, and he's gonna.
He's dramatic.
He's a cooking of something up.
Yeah.
Undertaker's always dramatic.
he's in the ring.
Which I mean,
saw a silhouette.
I know we'll probably see it later on. If
Okay, that might have been the referee.
no, I think that was a Ruthless Aggression era, but there was a match where Taker and JBL were together,
Right?
and you could see
There he is.
there he is. You could see the hair on the back of JBL's neck just standing straight out because
Right. I mean,
that's
it is.
gotta be a
It's intimidating.
Yeah.
Even Steve Austin says it doesn't matter how many times you face up with the guy. When that music hits, he says, even though you know what's going to happen, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
I don't remember who it was. It might have been Mick Foley. But I remember I heard on an interview one time where he said that when Taker was coming down to the ring, you know, no one was looking at him. They were looking at thing, and I think it was that he was entering the ring or something. He looks over at like Paul Bear and just like, you know, rubs his arm to show how, you know,
Right.
Two savages fighting it out.
I mean, this right here is a match that, I mean, we're going to see this a lot more.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, this was hard hitting as
Yes.
hell.
But we're going to see
These two could dish
these
out
two
and take.
He could take. Taker could take.
But we're
Taker could
gonna
also
see
give.
these two guys go back and forth a number of times while we're doing this study of the Attitude Era. And when I say we're doing a study of the Attitude Era, we're doing WCW and WWF. But you got to think. This right here, this is the losing brand right now.
Yeah. They didn't want to change with the time.
No.
Like you had said, it was still stuck in the 80s.
Think what these two are going to do within 2 years of this moment. The matches these two are going to have. And watch this match and how poorly executed it is.
Yeah, he's still in the audience, so it's not him.
Okay. Well, it could be. He's got 3 personalities.
Yeah.
True.
I told you it was Dude Love.
Yeah, it's more like a Cactus Jack than a Dude Love.
Yeah. Well, either way on that.
His left ear. Well, he's got part of his right ear. Mankind's right ear gone.
Well, no, I mean, doesn't he really just have 4?
Well, he had Mick Foley, too.
Yeah.
Obviously been through hell and back.
Well, there's no doubt he's a freak. He's mutilated.
Well, and then at the same time, and you always hear about Mankind and his ear popping off,
Right.
his teeth falling out, or his teeth getting stuck up his nose. Nobody ever really talked about Vader and his eye popping out of his fucking head. And they just
in that was in New Japan.
Yeah. Who was it? Stan Henson?
Yeah.
That like
pushes it back in
Yeah.
until the match was over, and then goes and gets it fixed.
Oh my God, that was your damn eye.
I mean, I've done that on in the capacity of being a mailman in my life.
What?
I caught a bee in the eye one time, and this eye was trying to come out my head.
Oh, I can't even look at Shody when she does her contacts. And it grosses me out that damn much.
You don't wear contacts?
LASIK.
Oh, I didn't know you had LASIK.
Best thing I ever did.
So I knew you used to wear glasses.
Yeah,
so.
I just got so tired of
Wait till your wife listens to this show and say the best thing you ever did was LASIK.
No, she already knows that. I mean, she also knows I do anything for her, but yeah, that was the best thing I ever did.
I wouldn't not do LASIK for you, baby. I love you, but
Nobody won't do
Oh, she hates it when I talk about it though, because she can't do it.
No,
she's got to do like the PKE thing where they actually insert a contact lens to your eye.
The permanent one, yeah. Ugh.
And I'm like, well, what if your prescription changes within
3
years? Or
to me, I still go with the contacts myself. So love it.
I got tired of having to rely on glasses. My ophthalmologist like, do contacts? No. LASIK? Yes.
So here we are. You've got Taker in the corner. You got Mankind up. And
Look at his hand. The right hand.
he's got that. When does he get rid of that thing? The mandible claw guard.
He picks
By
it
the
back up
end
with
of the
Mr.
year, I
Sacco.
think.
Because it doesn't last much longer.
No, I think by the end of the summer, if not by the end of the year.
If it means taking the Undertaker out. Mankind. Oh, look at this. Sets up the Undertaker. And,
So you got Taker now being drugged outside.
Hey, look, early on, Laurel Van Ness.
It's amazing what people went out of the house in
Oh
the
my
90s.
God. What the hell is that?
I don't know. It's a sheet.
Look at these people living their life, enjoying themselves at a wrestling event without having to worry about COVID.
Little did they know, 26 years later, there'd be 4 people making fun of them.
Yeah.
By any
Well,
chance
here's
you
the
were in
thing:
that
26
crowd.
years from now, that most of these people probably are dead because most of the people in this audience are old.
Yeah, there's truth to that.
Especially that lady in the
the one in the sheet.
God. No, the one that
The big
green,
one.
yeah,
The big girl.
Greeny there?
Yeah.
Big referee. Big girl referee.
I mean, I'll never make fun of somebody for like weight or anything, but
I make fun of everybody for everything. I don't.
you're an equal opportunity
That's
asshole.
right.
Everybody's
The Macho Wrestling Show here on the We Are Assholes Network, by the way.
WRA.
And OAE Media Production.
Well, at least it's
All
not
right.
GFY.
I don't know if y'all noticed it or not, but the guy sitting beside the big lady in the front row there.
Yeah.
The one with the Vader shirt on, the one with the hat.
The one with the glasses.
The Jim Cornette look alike.
Does he look like he's kind of like Down syndrome-y or something?
I don't know.
You mean the one with the shaved head?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, he doesn't look like he knows what's going on.
Yeah, he looks lost.
He looks like
These fans, though, man. I mean, it's odd to me.
Man, I wish they need to bring the blimp back.
Yeah.
Just how much these fans aren't into this.
Right, they're all just like,
hey, Rose.
And I'm wondering if they're piping in the cheers because I'm watching the crowd and I'm hearing the cheers. Well, listen.
Undertaker's used to being on the offensive, and right now he is.
Okay.
I think they're popped in.
Mankind has got
Well, they do that now. I mean,
Right.
even after the Thunderdome, they still do the.
I mean, I think that's what the deal is. Rose decided she's going to go. The Macho Wrestling Show's mascot dog has decided she's leaving us.
See, this match, this pay-per-view is so boring that even Rose can't even.
She can't handle it. She's
No,
gone. So we got
Let's
some
get more
chairs
exciting.
coming in.
The concerto already. Dunk.
In the face. Just look at that chair bent like hell. That was a working chair.
How do they do that? Do they shave it down?
It's just it's a made of aluminum.
Okay, as opposed to the actual
Yeah.
steel. I mean, Mankind, it's Mick Foley.
Now, knowing Mick Foley, they may have used a real steel chair.
That's, I mean, if there's
I
somebody
mean, because
that,
the
you know,
aluminum one just doesn't hit the same.
no, I mean, it's like the same thing. Like they've all said, Jericho, Mankind, Mick Foley, Taker.
Right.
They've all said about with the cookie sheets. Who in the hell is going to hit you in the head with a cookie sheet? But it makes such a clang.
Yep.
That's why they would always have them.
Are those tin full trash cans?
Yeah. Who in the hell still uses that?
Yeah. I mean, you can't even buy those anymore.
Mm-mm.
You know, well, that's why you can't because WWE.
They bought them all up.
They
bought
used
them
them
all
all. They used them all up.
They got a warehouse somewhere. This is nothing but damn trash cans.
They've enslaved Hephaestus. He's building trash cans for WWF. It's gonna get reversed.
No, of
Yep.
course.
Nope. I thought he was gonna go for the double arm.
The paradigm shift. But yeah, Moxley's back. Drop the F-bomb.
Yeah, that's what Brian was saying.
TBS,
That
and
he did
good.
get fined. He got
did?
fined by TBS. Well, I don't know if he did, but AEW did.
Tony Khan probably paid it off. But I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, you can still, you can not drop. I think it's either 2 or 3.
Right. Well, there's no
Bucks.
FCC regulations on TBS because they're cable network.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was expecting it to get like cut, but I knew it was but I didn't. It dropped on TV. I was like, oh, I didn't expect to hear that.
No, I know.
Expired or not? It's gone. It's defenseless.
No, Undertaker. I mean, Mick Foley's making pig noises.
Yeah. But Moxley looks good. I mean, he's dropped weight, grown his hair back.
Amazing what not drinking will do for you. Huh?
Yeah.
It says the only thing he drinks now is
Time in the
blood.
drug tank.
He threw some mic down.
So yeah, why in the hell did he turn to a vampire?
Who knows? Gangrel tried that. It didn't work for
At
him.
least he didn't. At least Moxley doesn't sparkle.
We don't know that. We ain't seen him in the daylight time.
True. Vampires aren't supposed to fucking sparkle. No,
This is for the two that are in this. It's not as physical as it should be.
Hey, the style is still so.
Well, we still hadn't broke into the attitude area yet, so
We're in the process of it. You
It
know.
ain't happened. It ain't happened.
What would you call this type of style?
I mean, you're still looking at.
Stilted?
You're still looking at. I don't know. It's 80s wrestling is what it is. It's still 80s
I mean,
wrestling,
the rest holds and everything else.
right?
Oh my god!
I mean, I get they did these things in the Attitude Era, but there was a lot more. When a man punched you in the Attitude Era, you went down.
Yeah.
Here, it's a punch, and I'll think about it. I'll be dazed for a few minutes.
Again, nonetheless, this hold having quite a bit of effect, as you
It's
obviously see on the Undertaker.
it's fascinating to me as I say, when we're sitting looking at this, knowing what is to come, at the changes that both these men are going to go through in the next 3 to 5 years with their characters, their wrestling styles. I mean, Mick Foley's already, by this point, he's a hardcore legend at this point, but he's going to start to incorporate that in WWF. And, it's going to be interesting to me, to see the changes happen. And Paul Bear goes through a number of changes between here and there.
And
he has quite an active storyline.
Working with the Undertaker, leaving the Undertaker for Kane,
right?
Leaving Kane back to the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Losing his wife, gaining all that weight, taking gastric bypass,
then dying.
Yeah.
And he's got him right where he wants him.
Mankind trying to keep the Undertaker down on the canvas. Trying to keep the Undertaker on the defensive.
It's got the Undertaker down.
It's a damn nerve hold, yeah.
I mean, and the thing is, as we're watching this, it's no one. I mean, you see some clapping taking place in the audience, but nobody's on their feet.
No.
There's no signs.
I saw like a couple.
But
that was only for Sonny.
Yeah,
I mean, this is Hulk Hogan wrestling right here.
Yeah.
The punches,
the back and forth,
right?
It's choreographed like a dance.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a new Undertaker. He's usually slower and more methodical. He's hitting with fast rights and lefts.
Mankind has the Undertaker. Mankind hammering away.
A unique style of blows using the forearm to the skull.
I thought he was going to go for that running knee or something.
I mean, that would
have been
the kind of thing that he would do.
And it would have made a hell of a thud.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not totally far off.
He's going to build up steam.
Yeah, yeah. And that was a hell of a thud.
It was.
Like I said, that's the kind of thing he would do.
He built up steam, though. He went all the way around the ring.
Yeah, what was it? The Strowman Express or something? Yeah.
Of course, there's only one set of steps here.
Yeah, why was that? And then all of a sudden, a year and a half later, you have
two sets of steps. Yeah.
One of them's for play and one's for real.
Bam.
And the hard camera side changes too. Within a year. Taker picked that chair up and got him in the face with
waffled him with it.
Yeah.
Sierra Hotel, India, Echo, Libra, Delta.
Straight across the head, man.
No more of those in the WWE.
Yeah, nope. Right. CTE. Thank you, Benoit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
God.
It's not the only. So his family wasn't the only thing he killed.
No. Does AEW allow a straight to the head shot, chair shot?
They'll mostly throw it back.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but that's what I was asking earlier about, like shaved chairs. That somehow they grind the chair down.
As mostly it's aluminum that I've noticed.
Because I mean, and Cody Rhodes took that one from Spears when AEW first started, and he got all this backlash. Cody did, and I'm just like, what the, okay.
That's the issue with Twitter. That's everybody on Twitter hates everything anybody does.
Yeah, nobody should.
No one should listen to people on Twitter.
It's not just Twitter; it's social media altogether.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
as we're broadcasting on social
media.
That's fine. People probably hate what we do.
I mean, I hate what we do.
Yeah,
who we do it with.
Yeah,
I mean, everything all about this is bad.
What a matchup! I've never seen the Undertaker
and as physical and as intense a match as we are seeing.
Well, you
right
just
now.
hide and watch, JR, because
Yeah.
there's going to be some more physical and more intense matches to come with this guy.
Both of them.
And nothing has worked yet.
Off the rope, and
I love that flying clothesline.
A 6'10" monster being
Yes.
able to get that height.
The Undertaker.
Let's see.
How can they
And
go
Taker
on
at this
much
time,
longer?
this is 25 years ago. He was still in his 20s.
Yeah.
Continue to absorb this punishment.
And he's not a man who works out a lot.
No,
You know.
you can see.
Neither's Mick Foley.
Uh-uh.
They may hone their craft, but they're not in the gym all the
No.
time, you know?
Yeah, they're no,
They're no Hulk Hogan or Bulldog or anything. I mean, look at Kingston nowadays. Eddie Kingston.
he's-
I mean, the guy's a badass, but
Yeah.
he just
Well, Kevin Owens.
I mean, you don't have any.
Bray Wyatt. I'll have to point him out.
Nah,
you know?
he got ripped there at the end.
Yeah,
Oh, Big Show.
Big Show's ripped.
Yeah.
Now, but back in the thing, he didn't.
No,
Rikishi.
Never see been ripped.
no.
I mean, he had arms.
He's lost a shit ton of weight now.
Really?
Which
If he uses that urn, he'll be disqualified for sure.
Symbolically, he's defeated the Undertaker.
He's going to set him up and drive it down. He's going to drive. Paul Bear trying to get the urn.
And Schoolboy.
They got to get Paul Bear out of
Paul
there.
Bear trying to keep away from
Come on,
Mankind.
Schoolboy. It's perfect setup.
Undertaker.
Mandible.
and Taker went down so quickly on that. It's crazy.
Right.
Low blow.
Yep.
Just come on. Just
Refs on the other side.
Yeah.
Get him.
No, he's right there in it.
Yeah.
He's all up in that business.
Oh, choke slam. Oh, did Paul Bear get the Undertaker
Yes,
with there?
he did.
Yep. Mandible and a pin in the mandible.
I think he's supposedly just going to pass out or something.
But that's a pin also.
Yeah.
Nah, he's got one shoulder up now.
How do you know it was inadvertently? Maybe Paul Bear is sick of the Undertaker.
And Mankind with the victory.
Yep. Listen to that music.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, the
All of these
piano.
two beats.
Yeah.
It's just.
And Paul Bear knocked out the Undertaker. I have to question if Paul Bear chose to get on Mankind's side because he realized that he is the better man.
Mankind should get some degree of credit for this carnage. And
Look at the carnage.
Hey, doesn't Paul Bear go with Mankind for a little while too?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Kane.
Not too far after this, actually.
So you got, they're in the Mecca in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Uh-oh.
Better run, fat man.
Yes.
And Taker's back up, though.
And I'm sure inadvertently struck the Undertaker.
And here comes the dead
And
man.
Undertaker trying to get back up. Undertaker now.
He's still struggling.
Coming up, trying to help Paul Bear. No. Oh, no.
He played the crazy
chair.
so well.
Yeah, he did.
Undertaker these two apart.
Oh my god, those guys, they were just.
I mean, he's just so out of it, and it's amazing. Norwegian trying to hone in on us and do that's pretty awesome.
Ooh. Racetrack on a.
We need to go
Great.
on a Norwegian cruise.
Yeah, I
let's
was
go
just
to
thinking
Alaska.
Go court.
I'd like to see Alaska, but it'd be pretty.
Yeah, it'd be nice. That's an Alaskan cruise there. It looks like it'd be fun.
You probably wouldn't like it. You'd be freezing to death.
I got long pants and jackets. I'd be
They got
in
a hot
good shape.
tub.
They got a hot tub. You too can be warm in Alaska.
Vince, first of all, I cannot believe we
Mr.
just
Perfect.
saw Mankind defeat the Undertaker.
It's got what, 5 years left?
I cannot believe that
Yeah.
you say you're going to call it right
Six,
down
I
the
think.
middle. Moments ago, I was
He
sitting in the
died
dressing
in
room with
2,
Camp
3,
Cornette, and you
something
were
like
dressing in
that.
Camp Cornette's dressing room.
Well, so what? That happens to be the dressing room. What, are you watching where I'm dressing now, Doc?
Well, no, but it smells of collusion.
You can't
I
even
don't
spell
think that's
collusion.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Mr.
Get your
Perfect.
hands off
The
me, first of
perfect
all.
referee.
Yeah.
You've got a chance tonight
HBK.
to earn that name.
Wasn't
I
that
want
when he
you to
was totally
understand
just
something.
a
I've worked way too
asshole?
hard, and way
Mhm.
too long for you to blow this. You call
And
it
he
down
had the
the
whole
middle.
YMCA
You got no
stripper
choice
gimmick
but
Yeah.
to raise the hand
stuff going
of a
on.
better man.
That's what Vince
Seems
likes.
a little nervous to me, doesn't he, Doc? Does he seem nervous to you? Is he
Well,
nervous about something?
I don't know.
That's
That
what
he's nervous. I would be
man
nervous.
wanted to say.
I'd be nervous on him too if I had to face the British Bulldog. I'm gonna call it right down the middle. I gave
You're
my word as
not
a
that
professional.
shit.
That's what
Who
I'm
was
gonna do.
that?
Why doesn't
Bill
anybody believe me?
Alfonso.
I'm the
Right
perfect
down the
referee.
middle, Daddy.
Perfect job. What else do you want me to tell you?
All right, Vinny and JR, back to you.
Thank you, gentlemen, very much.
Oh, here you go.
Yeah,
Congratulations,
Justin
Vinny and
Rhodes.
JR. What about me?
What about Raven?
I'm here
Shattered
too. There's
Dreams
a third
production,
person
baby.
here. Hendricks, you idiot. But I would just like to say I'm a man of integrity, and I know Kurt Hennig,
This was my
Mr.
favorite.
Perfect will call it right down the middle. I can verify that.
Love me some Terry Reynolds. I did.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We go from the deranged to the bizarre.
I think what I liked about her was when she was in Pretty Mean Sisters. They were, yeah, they,
Shoot. Oh my God, the shirts. I say that loosely.
260 pounds, the World Wrestling Federation Intercontinental Champion.
I don't know if that's going to last or not. Is this for the Intercontinental belt?
It is. I don't know if this was the one.
And look at this. Look what Goldust does. Mouth-to-mouth resuscitation.
Well, that's what it is. What you're seeing right there is basic CPR. He saved Ahmed Johnson's life, is what he did.
Need CPR.
He saved his life. Ahmed Johnson should be indebted to him.
Cut the gold paint on Ahmed's face.
Well, I think Ahmed Johnson in just a few moments is going to show everyone just how indebted he
That's
is.
everybody that's just joining us. Of course, if you're listening on the podcast, you shouldn't just be joining us. But if you're watching us on YouTube, this is King of the Ring 1996.
Ahmed has been seething for almost a month since that very incident we just saw moments ago. But the Kuwaiti champion, the man that won the Kuwaiti championship for the World Wrestling Federation, will be wrestling for his
The Kuwaiti championship?
Yeah, they have like one tournament.
Okay.
I hope Ahmed
Or-
is not
This is
too
before.
too
Yeah.
This is before or after
This is
Saddam
after,
had his
after Saddam. Yeah. Post Saddam. Saddam.
Saddam insane.
You know, here's another character who did exactly the one thing. You know, he had a gimmick and he worked that gimmick hard.
Yes, he did.
Any moment now.
Except for when he had that one little religious thing that he did.
Yeah.
Pearl
But
River
he about
dropping.
tripped coming out the damn.
Yeah.
No, he knocked him over.
No, I mean he about tripped though when he jumped out of the.
He was.
He better not, you know.
He looked like he had what it took to be a champion. He just
Ahmed.
couldn't be kept together long enough to do it.
No.
And he couldn't talk. Couldn't talk to save his life.
Well, you didn't need somebody. I mean, you just need somebody.
But they didn't. They never did. They never paired him with anybody that would talk for him.
And WCW kind of got that right when
Right.
they put him with
He cannot allow himself to get
Stevie Ray.
disqualified.
But
Why they didn't like throw him in the nation or something?
They were going to, and then they were going to make him the anti-nation. But that just didn't work.
From a 6'6", 260-pound Intercontinental Champion, he was turned inside out by Ahmed Johnson.
Anyway, so you got Goldust. I mean, and that's it. Dustin is not a big dude. He's a big dude, but he's not one who's like in the ring, in the gym every day.
no, and he's not ripped. Which I mean, Cody got all that
Right.
genes out of the family. Dustin's just
Well, Dusty wasn't ripped
no,
either.
No.
Dusty, I don't think.
This is about as ripped as a tasty cake.
Ripped like whipped potatoes or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Twice.
Ripley.
What's his horrible
Ripley.
Watch. Boom.
I mean, he came off there. That was.
He's lucky he didn't hurt himself at the expense of trying to
I have to agree.
Twice baked potatoes in a sack.
Who all was in PMS? There was Jackie.
Jackie,
Terry.
and then
Ivory at one point, wasn't it?
Ryan Shamrock.
Yeah,
or
wasn't
something.
the cat in it too at some point?
Possibly, I don't know. I can't remember that far back.
Were they still married at this point, or they?
Them two?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were still married.
So I knew they got divorced and they still had to work together for a little while.
I mean, they're on amicable.
They're friends.
Yeah, there we go. Amicable. Oh,
they have children together, so they still get along.
It's for the children, though.
He's whipping his ass like a government mule. He's behind you, dumbass.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, it was her that broke it off with him.
He did move.
Yeah, that would have hurt.
And then I know y'all probably watched The Dark Side of the Ring, Run from Hell. Dustin's drunk and trying to serenade Terry over the loudspeaker or something.
Yep. And they were already broke up at that point too. Yeah.
And then she goes to shit. It wasn't New Jack.
Yeah.
And, I mean,
nothing wrong with New Jack.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, he ain't doing nothing new no more.
He's turning over new dirt every day.
Well,
what's Terry Reynolds doing now?
Nothing. Waiting on the fan cons to get started back up.
She's probably got down. She's probably got an active OnlyFans.
You think so?
Maybe. I don't know.
Wonder what that
she did. I wouldn't be interested.
Of course you wouldn't.
Goldust has bought some time, but can Goldust capitalize? That's the big question.
Because I'm classy like that.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it is.
Classy. That's what.
If Dustin had one, he would.
He'd be the first though.
No, that's still the same set of steps.
Yeah, I think it is.
There's two sets. Okay. So they had 2 sets of steps. They just moved them in the Attitude Era. And they, of course, they turn black here soon.
Better that than that god awful.
How was that not disqualifying?
The ref didn't see it.
Oh, okay.
How did he not see it?
He
was right there.
There you go.
Thank you, JR. Thank you. He knew I had questions.
Also aluminum.
Yeah, I mean, come on, Owen.
They have sold those stairs forever. It's hard to say. How do you say? What's that word for friendly?
Amicable.
Amicable.
Hey, ask my dad to say Pacific.
I had a class with him. It was interesting.
Yeah.
Specific.
The other ocean.
Yes, that's basically where he went to.
Possibly Goldust will capitalize on that because he cannot match strength.
And we all have that 1 or 2 words that we can't say. And...
I think.
Have to apologize.
No, I'm not apologizing. I'm just like,
yeah, do it again. Yep, he's serious about it now.
Yeah, that or the zipper broke.
It was holding too much back.
Karen was over there puffing on that cigar.
Cigar's about as big as she is.
Yeah, but that was a reference to Lewinsky.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because think what's going on in the world.
In 96, that was I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
We're quickly moving into that era.
But I am wearing her underwear.
My favorite president.
I didn't have sex with her, but I just all over that.
You know, sitting here watching this.
Either he's tall or that ref's short.
He's pretty tall. I think he's 6'4".
Yeah, he's 6'4", 6'5".
But sitting here watching this, I am not surprised WCW was leading at this point.
No, that
because
even though it was where the big boys play,
right? But everybody's gimmicky. Everybody,
way too much so right here. I mean, you had a hog farmers, you had a garbage man, a hockey player, a plumber,
a barber,
a dentist.
Yeah,
barber. Brutus still around?
Not Bruce.
No, he's gone by this point.
Yeah, he was about to turn up in WCW
because it was probably 2 or 3, maybe 4 months ago. Shawn Michaels super kicked Marty.
Martinetti through that window.
So, man, it's not that we're not that far removed from that.
obviously, and I think that's the bottom line. That's what he's
You tapped him on
Did
the
he
butt.
just tap his ass?
Yes,
Yeah.
he did.
And then we go back to the damn.
Oh, he's rubbing it now.
Shit.
Look, the thing about Dustin is he embraced that character, man.
Yeah.
That was the thing. He was just, psychological you out.
Yeah, he was there to make you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And why did Ahmed Johnson always insist on wearing those damn briefs that would right up his ass?
Got no answer
I
to
did
that. To
not
make
want
you
to see those
uncomfortable.
crack.
To make you uncomfortable, John.
Well, it worked.
He likes the way it feels.
So he likes something up his ass. Gotcha.
That's why you like the wrestle with Goldust, though.
Look at that smile on his face.
In his loving arms.
He rubbed my ass.
You be the big spoon, Goldust. You be the big
I like it when you kiss me.
spoon.
Even though I was knocked out.
Oh,
no.
Ahmed was huge, man.
Yeah, Ahmed was a big boy.
What's Ahmed doing now? Is he still do anything?
Fan cons.
Fan cons, yeah. He's gained like a shit ton of weight.
Yeah.
And
He's had so much break that he can't do a workout or anything anymore. So
he never, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, he was not in wrestling for that long.
no.
Yeah, see, Dude Love's still there.
It went down.
But it didn't hit the mat.
I don't know either.
They make up rules.
Yeah.
Ahmed was not a very good. He was not good at keeping it going. This dude.
He sat on his head.
Oh, dude, you like Goldust did to Ahmed Johnson?
Yeah.
Do what? You're gonna fix your eyebrows. Oh, okay.
She's gonna fix your eyebrows.
You should be after my eyebrows next.
You're perfect.
Who? Who's she talking about? Oh. No, I've got two that go rogue from time to time.
Hey, I don't even get a say so in it. I mean, I'll get out of the shower and she'll be like, come here. Like, damn it.
Oh, okay. Get me some eyebrow scissors.
Eyebrow scissors.
This is how interesting this match is.
Yes.
Oh, look at him now.
Oh.
I'm pulling the whole page thing out there.
There's an interesting way of pinning a man.
Oh, Maurice does it.
That's the whole point.
That's Goldust for you.
Definitely make you uncomfortable.
Yeah, why when Paige or Maurice do it, I was like,
Yeah, everybody enjoys that.
Who was it that what was it, a referee? I think that it was Jamie Noble, I think, that like laid in like the turnbuckle was wanting somebody to Bronco Buster him.
I think so. It was,
you know,
Tori was doing like a stink face, or maybe the Sable or something. Jamie's like, come on.
Wasn't he with Melina? Wasn't that her name?
Nydia.
Nydia, that's right. It's amazing the length that the Goldust character survived.
Yeah.
You know,
and 20 plus years.
yeah.
He went from heel, he went from to baby face to comic relief. You know.
Yeah, the whole stuttering thing when he got quote unquote electrocuted.
Right. He is.
Not as Goldust
Yeah, he's
anymore.
the natural.
He's the natural Dustin Rhodes. But I hadn't seen him wrestle unless he does it on Dark lately. Well, he wrestled that one match fill-in for Cody when Cody was out.
Well, he's only there for like so many matches a year too.
And they use him as a coach more than anything
Right.
for the women's division.
I mean, he's got to be ancient at this point.
He's in his 50s.
So
because Cody's our age. I
in
think
wrestling,
Dustin
that's ancient
is
though.
52.
Yeah. In wrestling, 50 is ancient.
Yeah.
I'll just point that out.
And then you got Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Oh, look at it.
No.
See, this is when you need to turn the camera to John, Brian. Catch these raw moments. It's very visceral reaction.
If you go back to about minute,
go back so you can see it again.
1 hour and 45, about 144 into it, you'll see what John was cringing over.
Just watch the whole Goldust match. The whole thing.
Well, I mean, as somebody who's actually met Dustin Rhodes, it's just oof.
No quit in this man. No brains either.
Look, I think his little pecker's hard in there. See it?
I can't stop looking at his ass.
What's wrong with you, John?
It's hanging out.
You keep saying all these things and make it correct, but
oh shit!
He got some height on that.
He did. It looked like he come down on that knee.
He's gonna take that man's head off for that.
John,
you busy looking at Goldust's little pecker? You've been looking at Ahmed Johnson's butt crack.
Talking about your feet.
The chat menu went away.
Nobody was